school marching band is now students marching this year. This is one of the best in the region. Right up for the Siloam Springs High School marching band.
We want to welcome everyone to the Week 3 Doug Lockridge coaching show here with our Siloam Springs Panthers football program. Coach Lockridge, we had a hard-fought game last week with Alma, a game that really came down to the end, and a game, in my opinion, that shows a lot of growth in our program and direction of our program. Saw a lot of positives from my vantage point up top, and just excited about a lot of things. But if you could, obviously at the end of the day, it didn't end how I know you would want it to end, how we wanted it to end from a standpoint of W's and L's. But could you kind of share with us the message for the team after a hard-fought contest like that?
Well, we knew going in, with playing a tradition-rich program like Alma, we were going to be in literally for a dogfight. And we knew that going in. You know, we talked to the kids all week about never mind about how much they are down. They're always in it. There's always a chance to come back. You know, they were down 14-0 when they were playing Van Buren and came up and had the lead at halftime, ended up getting beat at the end. So all their games traditionally are close-fought games, and usually comes down to the last possession. And it is exactly what this game came down to. The growth you're talking about was just being in the game and putting ourselves in a chance to have a chance to win at the end, and that's what we had. You know, we got the ball back with 2 minutes left, down the score, and down the score, and 2 minutes left with no timeouts for a chance for us to drive the field and win the ball game, and we came up short. So very proud of our kids. They played hard for 4 full quarters. I was a little worried going into it about not playing a full 4-quarter game yet. So I think we saw a little getting tired in the 4th quarter, but our kids battled. They were physical the whole time. They played hard. You know, the difference is when we faced adversity, we didn't let it overtake us and just let the ball game get out of control. We were always in the game, and we were going punch for punch with the game.
I don't think there's any doubt in that, Coach. I mean, if you look at just compare last year to this year, and that same look, there are oftentimes in the first half we were in some ball games and we did compete, but we didn't just compete in Friday night. We put ourselves in a position to have an opportunity to win that football game, and so I'm sure you feel like that's the next step in building this program, is that not only do you compete, you put yourself in a position to win, and now it's at times learning how to finish in some of those moments. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Well, we talked to the kids yesterday whenever we looked at the video about these situations are going to come up again. The final drive of the half where we are in a position to knock a ball down and go in a halftime not giving up a score where we tipped it up and we ended up catching a touchdown with no time on the clock. We're going to come in those positions again, and our kids are going to remember those situations, and they're going to know how to act. But the difference was, their kids made plays when they had to make plays, and we were there to make plays. We just didn't make the plays and get the break.
Yeah, I think on some positive notes too, Coach. I said this in the broadcast to Coach Lloyd up in the booth. I said I believe it was in the second quarter. It might have been at the end of the first quarter, but they were down inside the 10-yard line. It was 4th and 1. Made a huge play, huge stop, and I said to Coach Lloyd, I said, I can tell you right now, it's plays like this that everybody kind of forgets about in the course of the game, but at the end of the game, you know, if you make that stop on 4th and 1 at the end of the game, you have the opportunity to win the game. And so, yeah, there was a couple plays, and people will focus on a couple of the plays that weren't made, but there were some plays that were made that put us in that spot. And so, to me, I was excited. I enjoyed watching our kids compete. I thought that one of the things, you know, moving forward is just talking about the game in itself, how we were able to run the football. You know, we ran the rock 31 times for 171 yards. You know, and anytime that you average over 5 yards a carry, good things are going to happen in the game of football. And we committed to that run game as far as 31 times. Mason Short, 22 carries for 118 yards and a touchdown. Had multiple kids with multiple carries throughout the game. You have to love what you're doing running the football and taking pressure off of the young but talented quarterback. Can you talk a little bit about what you saw in the run game, even as Alma committed to stopping the run? The key, it says a lot about a program when people commit to stop the run and you're still successful running the football. Can you talk a little bit about that, what you saw?
I agree. You know, it's no secret what we're going to do going into game plan. You got to stop the run, and that's what defenses focus on, and we're still able to run the ball, you know, getting over 5 yards a carry. Mason had a great night. We had 0 turnovers on the offensive side of the ball, and that was a big difference, you know, in the ball game this week. But, you know, all the accolades go out to the offensive line, because obviously if they're not doing what they're supposed to do and getting push and getting movement, we're not able to get all those yards. Those 5 guys up front, Coach Bray has them ready every week. We use multiple backs during the night with Mason and Ryan and some others, and also been able to run the quarterback. You know, it's no secret what we're going to do. Now, people are going to load up to try to stop that, but fortunately we are able to do some other things in other areas to help our offense to be able to loosen up the box a little bit, you know, when they do commit to that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, in the second half even, they started to walk that safety down in the box more and more and get no one high safety look, but it really didn't phase us. We stuck the run, and I think as you saw the game progress, I know that I agree with you. You kind of see the key. It's such a big deal to play a 4-quarter game that week one from a conditioning standpoint in learning the process of playing 4 quarters, but from a standpoint of I saw their front start to wear down and sometimes you see that over the course of a game. Can you talk a little bit about that as far as mentality early on? Sometimes it's 3 and 4 yards with a mindset. Later on in the game, that 3 and 4 yards is going to turn to 6 and 7.
Well, that's the biggest thing about our offensive line and Mason. We're pretty big up front, and we do get pushed early, but maybe we're not getting the chunk yardage like we do toward the end of the game whenever teams get tired and we're able to break some bigger runs. But the other thing is this: Mason's a big back. You know, he's 6'1", 200 pounds, and the fastest guy we got. Coach Benson looked on our Titans during the game. On the touchdown or the screen that got called back, Mason hit almost 22 miles an hour in that touchdown. So to have a guy that big that you got to tackle over and over and over again wears on those linebackers and safeties, and that's what we challenged our guys to do. We wanted to try to get those defensive backs to get down in the box to try to tackle him in the 4th quarter because we knew they would have trouble.
No doubt about it. I mean, the young man caught that screen, I believe it was maybe in the 3rd quarter, you know, well into the football game. 2 kids, and they were DBs, had the angle on him, and he outran their angle. So the kid is a good athlete. And the thing that I noticed from the box as well, watching him, here's what I love about Mason, is after contact, he always falls forward. And instead of being that 3rd and 4 or 3rd and 5, because the 2 previous plays he's fallen forward, now you're in that 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, which is completely, for a play caller, opens up the script and opens up what you can do, and obviously makes a much higher percentage on 3rd down. And Mason does a good job with that. Obviously, I agree with you, Coach. Your offensive line right now is performing very well. I love the wide zone that you guys are running right now. And what people need to know is that play only gets better and better as the year goes on. It's a play that's new to the kids as far as this is game 2, and it's a play that as the season progresses and the back learns how to stay patient and press the line of scrimmage, we're gonna see more and more positivity from that play, I'm sure.
Yeah, and running that play, it is more simple for our offensive line with what we see and being able to, with as far as the type of blocks and things like that. But it puts a lot on the back to make the right cut. He's got to read, and he's got to set up his read to see where his cut is. If it's inside, outside, or whatever, to where he can make it and press line of scrimmage and go.
And anytime you stretch the defense too, Coach, talk a little bit about what that does to the backside and how it opens up the play action game. And we're starting to see that. The first two games, we've capitalized on the play action game.
Well, defenses get really fast and run to the football because they're worried about us stretching them, horizontal, and then in our back cutting up. It's all about the lanes. The backside guys have to be disciplined and to track the running back and not overrun him. But then that also opens up our counter game. It opens up our bootlegs. It opens up our misdirection and reverses. And if you saw that against the Heritage game, there were some big plays, and still some big plays last week with our bootlegs and things like that.
No doubt about it. We focus here on the offense. I know there were some points scored as far as from Alma, but again, saw kids. I love our defensive mentality. Talk a little bit about, we talked about it earlier in the year, you talked about some of the keys for Coach Benson, but you can tell that is a coached mindset by Coach Benson and yourself being a defensive guy, rallying to the football, and we consistently see 4, 5, 6 guys rallying to the football and making plays.
It just comes down to a mentality. First of all, to play defense for us, you have to run to the football. That's a non-negotiable. So when we do every day, we start out every practice with a pursuit drill. And if you're not running the football, you're either not on defense or that group is doing some makeup because we're not all 11 doing the same thing we're supposed to do. But the mentality of being able to run the football, and when you get there, have hate in your heart and be able to make a tackle and put a shoulder pad on somebody and try to get as many guys at the point of attack as we can, because we want to put hit after hit after hit on their skill guys. And also, we want to have guys coming in attacking the football, trying to create turnovers and making opportunity plays for us to get the ball back to our offense.
Well, it really is a mentality. It's a credit to our kids buying into what you guys are coaching, and you see it across the board on the defensive side of the football. And I think it does, that same mentality, that intensity, and carries over to the offensive side of the ball too, as we see what's going on up front in the offense. It really is starting to become a physical football team, which is exciting. I think in the long run, you win a lot of football games being physical. From a standpoint of guys that stood out, do we have a player of the week this week? Is there some kids you want to talk about specifically? Do we have a player of the week this week?
Mason Short, I think with his performance the other night and just being able to lean on him and get the big plays when we need to. I thought, again, with the offensive side of the ball, and getting the touchdowns that we needed, that I think Mason Short was the Farm Bureau Player of the Week.
Yeah, he no doubt about it. He was special. I love the kid that's playing. Help me out, your left guard.
Kale Stolovich.
Yes, Stolovich. He's just sophomore, is that right? Mm-hmm. Kid's got a big upside.
He does. We're starting 2 seniors up front, Cisco Suarez and Josh Jimenez, but we've got 1 sophomore with Kale, left guard, and then we've got 2 juniors with Keelan Collier at center and Brett Gold at right guard. So we've got 3 of those guys back. We're developing some backups that are juniors and sophomores, so we're really excited about the offensive lineman that we have coming.
Now Suarez is your left tackle, is that correct? Yeah, in that wide zone play, you're constantly seeing Stolovich and Suarez with that combo, and it's a nasty pair there as far as what
they work well with each other. They're great at communicating with each other. They understand who's going to do what, and they do so much preparation during the week during endo time with Coach Bray that it's just natural to them.
If you can talk a little bit about another young man that seems to have his nose to football a lot. You can tell he just plays fast. I like watching the Bowerman kid over there playing corner as far as the young man that moved in. We talked a little bit about him in the game against Alma the other night, but he just seems to constantly have his nose to the football and constantly making plays.
Weston was a move-in during the spring, and we really didn't know what we were getting with him when he came in. But looking at his body, we knew he was going to be a really good defensive back for us. We decided to put him at corner because we like to put length over at corner, and he just kind of took it and ran with it. He took that spot and never looked back, and had a great summer getting playing a lot of coverages and getting used to what we're doing, but now he's turned into a technique guy, and he's really, really getting better at his craft as far as playing that position. And he's also, the one thing you don't ever know about until you put pads on is how they tackle. And, he's left no doubt with that. He's come down, made some big tackles, had some big hits. He's not afraid to get physical, and that's what we want out of our defensive back.
He made tackles in open space with no one around the other night, and that's the toughest tackle in football. And a lot of times, truthfully, as a former offensive coordinator, when we came in and we would game plan against teams, oftentimes we're going to push crack the safety and tell the corners, hey, go make the plays. And the Bowerman kid definitely can make those plays. That's a big advantage when you have all 11 kids out on the field that can make plays, including the corners. Moving forward a little bit, this is the last game of non-conference. You talked at the beginning of the year about the non-conference season. Anytime that you have, when you break it down, I love that mindset. Have the same mindset anytime you break it down into chunks and you try to win that chunk. So we have an opportunity here to have a winning season in our non-conference season against a good, a team that's had a history of being a good football team, and a team that we both know a man that's leading that program. We're both very close to in Tony Travis, and we know that anything that Tony Travis coaches is going to be well coached. So can you talk a little bit about what you've seen thus far? They came off of a tough game, something you don't see in high school football very much anymore. A game that the final score was, I believe, 7-3, and it was 3-0 with 20 seconds left in the game. So obviously they can play some defense. But can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, and we're excited to get back at home. That's one thing we want to do is play well at home, establish a winning culture at home, establish our place as a tough place to play when teams come in here, and I think we're on the verge of that. We need to finish these first 3 games with a winning record, and that is up for grabs on Friday going into an off week before we start conference. But Pea Ridge is a quality non-conference opponent. They're in the 5A West, which is a very, very tough conference with the teams that they play. The thing about Pea Ridge this year, they've played really, really good defense early. They've kept the games close because of their defense. If you look at all 3 games, they were all close till late in the game, which kind of worries me because they're again, kind of like Alma, they're never out of it. A lot, the Gentry game broke open the last 2 minutes of the game, they busted a touchdown at the last second, and then Pea Ridge threw a pick 6 just trying to get some desperation points at the end, so can't pay attention to that score. And same way with the one from last week being 7-3. So their defense is keeping a minute until their offense gets going. Their offense is a little late just because Coach Travis got hired late, but they get better every week. And so, they're not a team that you can overlook. Definitely, they play physical. They got good numbers. They've got close to 80 kids over there, which is big for a 5A team. So we know we're going to be in for it here at our place when they come to town. No
doubt about it. Yeah, that week 1 score that they had, I believe, with Gravett. I talked to Coach Travis the next day. It was a misleading score. It was tight all the way down to the end. They just had some things happen and pop there at the end. So they've been in some very close football games. Just to close out this show, and from a standpoint of the importance of this non-conference win and moving on into the conference season, what's your mindset from a standpoint of building step by step in the program? How do you so you're building the overall program, but you're building this season as you move forward. What's your mindset and growth with this team?
Well, the biggest thing is we know our players that are really good players for us this year. We've got to work hard in developing the kids that are the immediate backups, the guys that are playing on Monday nights, the guys that are end up being starters for us next year, making sure they're getting quality reps in practice, because that's the biggest thing is getting the reps during practice where you don't miss a year of development. And same thing on Monday nights, getting the guys there to get them quality reps in another game type setting. Maybe they only get in on special teams or offense or defense on Friday, so there's a chance to go play the other side of the ball on a Monday night and things like that. But as the year goes on, injuries mount up, so we've got to be have a plan for if certain people get injured, who's going to go there and what. Right now we got a couple of guys that are out, so we're having to retool some guys and put some guys in different positions just because we've got to put our best 11 on the field. So no matter what that is. So, as coaches, we got to be able to hit that and run and be able to teach a kid a different spot, or we've got to be able to teach a kid that hasn't got a whole lot of playing time a different spot. But the growth for the guys that are the backups, or the backups to the backups, is the most immediate need going into this top part of the year.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I like it, Coach. It's exciting to see what's happening here at Siloam. See major strides in the football program. It's going to continue to impact everything around it, and a large credit of that obviously goes to our kids, but a lot of credit of that goes to you. Just glad that you're a Panther, and glad to see the things that are happening for Siloam Springs football. Good luck this week, and let's go get them.
Thank you.
And I'm trying to get my spiel, and the kids were looking at me, I said, listen.
They're going to turn it on at 2:03. Do you think it's German or German or
Herman.
Herman?
I don't think so. What's his first name?
Tristan?
Oh, no, German.
German?
Yeah. We want to welcome everybody tonight to tonight's big game, our last game of the non-conference season against the Pea Ridge Blackhawks, led by Tony Travis. Very exciting first 2 games of the year. 1-1 right now, but very easily could be 2-0. Looking to win our non-conference season right now, as Doug Lockridge has really done a good job with this group of boys, and you got to give credit to our guys out here, our players out here, and what they've done the first 2 games of the season, really buying in to the culture and the direction of this program. Exciting things are happening here at Siloam Springs and in all phases of our school and all phases of our athletics, and obviously football is kicking it off. We're going to have an opportunity at half to talk to our volleyball coach. Had an amazing week this week, getting a huge win at Greenwood, and then again last night at Harrison. Great opening to the conference. Anytime you open up 2-0 in the conference, she's put herself and her team has put themselves in the driver's seat in the conference. Very excited for our girls volleyball team. But tonight we have a big opportunity to get a winning record in non-conference. We talked about it earlier in the year. The season's broke up into chunks. We have non-conference, we have our conference season, then you get into the playoffs. And so this is the last game of this chunk. I'm excited tonight. Obviously, the first 2 games, been able to work with Coach Lloyd, our head baseball coach, done a fabulous job on play-by-play. As promised, though, tonight we have our 3rd man in this group, and that's Coach Stewart, our boys basketball coach is going to be with us this season up here in the box, and he'll be doing color with myself. And Coach, it's good to have you up here.
I'm excited to be here. I'm going to try to stay out of the way and have fun with the 2 experts.
Well, we don't want you to stay away. We got one expert up here, and that's Andy Lloyd. You know, the guy. A lot of people don't know this about Coach Lloyd. He's you know, when we recruited him here to Siloam Springs, the principal at Harbor was pretty upset because the guy's a A+ AP stat teacher. So we're up here with Coach Stewart, a couple guys that spent most of their time in PE in their career, and we got a little bit smarter next to us with Coach Lloyd sitting here as an AP stat guy.
Well, I'm happy to be here. Here's Boone Binnick. Oh, he's going to tee it off. It's an onside kick. And the Panthers have come up with it.
Got a big break there, really bailing out a little too quick there. I imagine Coach Hahn's going to get after his guys a little bit on special teams. Got a break. We were already turning and running, and our man there in the middle made a good job of keeping his eyes on the ball and covering that football. And really, hey, we've talked about it the first 3 games. This is the 3rd game. Talked about the first 2 games, how important it is to win the battle of field position. When anytime you recover a onside kick, it's going to put us in a good situation.
Weston Bowerman on the recovery there. That brings out the Panther offense. Titus Benson, freshman quarterback. He's alongside Mason Short. Short off the left side, makes a man miss, crosses the 50, down to about the 49. Good field position, Coach, here to start the game.
I like it. You know, it's back to our bread and butter, right? That wide zone. Coach Stewart, you coming from a basketball background coming here. We talked to Coach Lloyd's had the opportunity to talk a lot about his program and talk about some of the things that he looks at. But how important is you in the basketball program as a head coach just to find something to hang your hat on and to consistently throughout the season have something to always rely on?
Yes, every team has to have the identity, and I think, like you said right now, that running game, getting behind Big Kale up there and pounding the ball.
Absolutely. Soares and Satolovich are 2 boys that have been leading the way for us. But here we are again in a 3rd medium setting, but we're definitely in a situation where Coach Marsh has the playbook wide open.
That was Jackson Anderson on the reception. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Panthers in the gun. Benson on the counter, hands it to Short.
I'll tell you right now, Coach, we haven't seen that. We have not seen that counter play. I like it. It's something that running off that wide zone, showing the wide zone. You saw the over pursuit to the front side. I like seeing that. It's important anytime to hold that defense accountable on the backside when you get that overflow, and we definitely had it right there and took advantage on a big play.
Looks like our line has flipped. We got Cisco and Statolovich playing on the right side. Jack O'Brien in motion. Takes the toss. He gets back to about the line to gain. Good job by the Pea Ridge defense there. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 here on the opening drive. Short in the backfield, along with Schroninger. O'Brien in motion again. He's going to hand it to Short. Counter off the left side. Makes a man miss. He's got room ahead of him. Got a good block on the outside by Hudson Lockridge. Short down to the 15. First down for the Panthers.
I'm going to tell you what, Mason Short's a kid. You saw the patience in that run. He's kind of got a little bit of everything in his game. He's got ability to, he's always leaning forward. He's always falling forward on contact. He has the speed. Coach Lockridge talked about him hitting 22 mile an hour on that screen play last week against Alma. He has that breakaway speed and obviously has the size, being over 200 pounds.
1st and 10, ball on the 15. Benson going to drop back. Rolls out to his right. Sees a man in the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. Boaz Benson on the reception.
We talked about it. It's a, it's a pretty special deal. Anytime two brothers are playing together, you got that Benson to Benson connection right there. It's something they're going to remember the rest of their life. But for right now, we're focused on it as Panthers rather, and you're seeing a lot of positivity as far as that first drive. You couldn't ask for a better first drive as far as the 50-yard, getting the ball in midfield and pushing right down and really being well balanced on that drive.
Aguilar's kicks is good. That's going to make it 7-0. And man, that's pretty neat. Younger Benson throwing it to older Benson for the touchdown. That's pretty special.
Yeah, it's special. No, it is no doubt about it. I tell you from personal experience. I know you can't tell me by looking at it now. It's a good thing for the audience. They get to see the football, the field out here, and they're not looking at me. But I definitely don't look like a guy who used to play quarterback. But I did have the opportunity to play with a couple of my brothers, one in particular, and got the opportunity to throw to him. And it's something that I'll remember the rest of my life. And I'm sure that young Benson, you're seeing it here. I want to talk about him, the freshman quarterback. You're going to see it as the year progresses. Anytime it's really not a normal situation in a 6A high school to be starting a freshman at quarterback. But Coach Stewart, if you could talk a little bit about when you get a young man, in particular, let's say at the point guard position, and you play a kid that's a freshman or a sophomore at the varsity level, the maturity that you see and the growth you see from the beginning of the year to the end, just with experience playing varsity ball.
Yeah, every game is just a chance to learn and get that confidence and see the speed, feel the pace of the game. And Titus, you can tell he is a confident kid that had a really good touch on that pass. It is the experience. He'll just keep getting better and better.
I agree, Coach. I think it's going to be a big plus for us as the year goes on.
Blackhawks take it from the 25.
Great coverage.
He's down about the 30. That was Boone Bennick.
I think that's something you're going to see. We had a little bit of, last week we had some contained situations where they were able to cross a couple hashes on kickoff return last week. That was really good coverage. Guys staying in their lane, containing that guy down here on the numbers and bottlenecking them down and making a stop and winning the battle of field position. Again, that's going to be a focus for us. Pea Ridge has not had a dominant offense. And anytime you face a team like that, you don't want to turn the football over and you want to win the battle of field position, making them go 80 yards a pop.
So here come the Blackhawk offense. Hudson White at quarterback, and we got a flag. Coach Benson was pretty fired up on the sideline. We got a legal procedure on the offense. Bring up 1st and 15. We got Hudson White. He's playing quarterback. Tristan German will be the tailback for the Blackhawks.
hear the student section is already fired up down there. Got a good crowd tonight.
We do, Coach. I like it. It's something I've noticed since I've been here, the support that we have from the Siloam Springs people and our student body.
German takes it up the middle. Gain of about 5. Brings up second and we'll call it second and 11. Yeah, Coach Stewart, we had a pep rally at school, got the kids fired up, and they brought the energy out here to the game.
If our kids have as much energy as Coach Benson, we're going to do just fine.
Absolutely, Coach. Absolutely.
It takes the right kind of person to do that, doesn't it, Coach Stewart?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's a great coach and a great pep rally leader.
It's going to be procedure.
Got another one. Got a procedure, yeah.
You know, just knowing a little bit about Coach Travis, I've coached against him. I'm going to tell you, the guy can flat out coach. He's been at some places. He took the Blackhawks to the state championship when he was here the first go-around. This is his second go-around here at Pea Ridge. In between the two stints, he was at the Heritage War Eagles, and he actually was probably one of the last times that Heritage has had success as a program. Coach Travis won more games than what they have the last few years there at Heritage. He's a good football coach.
Second 16 for Pea Ridge. They come out in a doubles look. White drops back, goes over the top. That pass was intended for Jace Binge. That's going to complete. It's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, this is the money down right here that Coach Benson was talking about.
Yes,
right
sir.
Here. So we'll see if we can get an early game stop right here.
No doubt about it. We talked about it last week, and Coach, you guys both know it's really no different in what sport you're playing. It comes down to key moments and big stops. In this situation right here, it's winning 3rd and long. I mean, it's something that you got to consistently do, and we've done that this year. We've had success in winning on 3rd down as a defense. Let's see what old Benson dials up top there. He's put a lot of pressure on quarterbacks this year. Yep, they're chipping him with the back.
White drops back. He goes deep.
Just missed him.
Just missed him. Jace Binge on the incomplete pass.
Got major pressure on the quarterback. Who's that down here coming up the sideline here?
That looks like it was Isaac Calderon.
Conrad? Yeah, again, getting pressure. Coach Benson, he has a defensive mindset to put pressure on the quarterback. He's trying to constantly cause chaos up front with shifts and different alignments on defense. And he's not scared to bring pressure. And we were able to get the quarterback right there, make him throw it a little bit early because they had a step on our backside.
A lot of communication on the field right now on the defense. Guys are talking.
Good sign, wouldn't you say, Coach Stewart?
Yes, talking and pointing. Good communication all the way around.
Again, look where we're starting. In the exact same spot that we started first. It's just it completely changes the whole mindset of the offense from a standpoint of when you get to start out at midfield. Now here we are, 2nd possession in a row, winning the battle of field position. And it starts. You go down, you score, you win the battle on our kickoff, we win the battle on special teams, we go 3 and out on defense, get the ball back on midfield. It's a cycle. Once you get that team in that cycle, as far as pinning them back and winning that battle, a lot of good things are going to happen.
1st and 10 for the Panthers, 7:21 to go here in the opening quarter. Benson hands it off the short, off the right side. He's wrapped up for a gain of about 3.
Kind of an old school formation there, right? We had double slot right there. Our superintendent, Shane Patrick, he's known as a triple option guy right there. That would have brought him back in his days. Now, that wasn't triple option. That's back to the zone right there. He wasn't running that. But if we would have broke out in some veer right there, he might have gotten pretty excited.
Second 7, short off the right side again.
Always falling forward. Always pushing forward, getting extra yardage. Short's really good at that. I'm going to give a credit to Coach Marsh. Again, I really believe these first 10 to 12 plays right now, we need him to get up. These first 10 to 12 plays right now, he's working off a script. I have no doubt about that. But you're seeing different formations, making the defense line up in different ways. They're charting it over here on the sideline, seeing what they like to come back to in later situations as far as running the football. Right there had a tight end with a wing look out of a 12 personnel look.
3rd and 3. Short, up the middle, makes a man's
nice
mess.
play.
He's going to get to the line of gain. Moving his feet well. That's going to be a first down for the Panthers.
A little side hop, really effective, looked good.
Absolutely.
Short's helmet may have came off.
It's been interesting. You know, we're playing without our backup running back for this football game, and a young man that plays outside linebacker for us as well. Help me out, Coach.
Yeah, Ryan Estacio.
Estacio.
I think he's going to be available tonight.
He might not be available tonight. A kid that's not going to be out for long, but is a young man that's going to be sitting out tonight. Again, it's a non-conference game. We got to get ready for Lake Hamilton and be completely healthy.
That's Jaden Coleman on the handoff.
I'm liking what I'm seeing. We're seeing some gap scheme stuff to off balance on that. We've saved this. We kept it in the pocket. It looks like.
Jaden Coleman, sophomore running back.
Line's getting a really good push.
They are. I think it's something we've really seen Coach Stewart and Coach Lloyd the first 3 games of the year. If you were going to say something to hang your hat on the opposite side of the ball, it's been our offensive line. All 3 ball games, including this one, they are absolutely dominating right now up front. But I would really say both sides, both of our lines, our offensive and defensive line, have played well this year. And, you know, we talked about it, having an identity, having something to hang your hat on. And right now, our offensive line, new coach Jackson Bray leading that group, is doing an outstanding job of creating some continuity with that group.
Panthers spread it out on 2nd and 5. Benson's going to decide to keep it off the left side. He's gained about 9. That's going to be a first down.
Maturity right there. You know, he had a choice. He could have easily tried to force it right there. Probably had something early. The timing was off just a little bit, but he pulled it in and he went and used his athletic ability. And that's I like to see that. I don't want to see a kid force it, especially when we're moving the ball the way we are and throwing an big interception, changing momentum.
Ball on the 26. 1st and 10. Short, right side. He's wrapped up well.
Got stuck right there, didn't he?
He did.
It's a good tackle. That 27 on the play.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Cade Perry.
Yeah, he set the edge right there. That's what you got to do on the outside zone play. And he set the edge and he stuck Mason about as good as I've seen him stuck this year. Mason usually wins the battle of contact, and right there, 27, Mason Perry. Was it Perry? Is that what you said?
Yeah, Perry. Cade.
Perry won that battle.
2nd and 9. Benson, play action.
Got him.
He's got a man open. Looks like Marcus Smith. Looks like he got hit early. That is going to be pass interference. It's going to be half the distance to the goal.
Here's what you're going to see. Coach Stewart was talking about it just a little bit ago as far as kids that are playing young and they grow, and as the season progresses, you're going to see things like this click. You know, that's a play right there that I'm very, very confident in week 5. He's probably going to throw that as a young guy right now. He's seeing it open a little bit. Obviously he's got a good arm. He made a good throw, but he's going to throw that just a touch earlier, and it's going to be a touchdown. We still got positive situation here as far as 15, but Titus Benson, really excited about his upside as an athlete, and the thing I like about him is I think he's a tough kid. He's taken some shots here early on as a freshman. I like to see a guy that hops up faster than the guy that hit him, and he consistently does that.
Smith takes it on the sweep off the right side, and they wrapped him up. That's going to be a loss of yards for the Panthers.
Play was made by 14 as far as getting there. He took on 2 blockers there on the point of attack and made that play bounce. As far as I know, it was a sweep, but it made it bubble more, and then they rallied to the play. It was a good job by number 14 there on the edge.
Boaz Benson coming into the game. Second and 14. Ball on the 16. Benson, play action. He's looking, throws it late. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Panthers.
Big Stu.
Is that Stu over there?
Big Stu going up.
You know, we got 2 of them, Coach, that kind of look a lot alike. And they don't look like, truthfully, they don't look like a lot of high school kids. They're both big, solid frame kids that have athletic ability. That's a young man right there that's 6'4". What's Stewart weigh? Is he 230-pound kid?
Yeah. 230.
230, you know, and he had the ability to go up and high point that ball. That comes back probably some, and that's what we talk about up here. We talked about week one, multi-sport athletes. It's a kid that's been playing basketball his life, I'm sure. Coach Stewart plays for you on the basketball court, is that correct?
Absolutely.
And, you know, that's where being a multi-sport athlete translates into playing. That's what we want to see at Siloam. We want to see kids have success in all sports, including, that's what it's being shown right here. You can't see more support than you see, and I don't know if I've ever seen it before. Having a football coach, or excuse me, having a head basketball coach, having a head baseball coach here in the live stream, supporting the football program, just says a lot as far as the direction of our school and what we're doing as far as working together and having a team mindset. But that right there, Stewart got up, high pointed that ball. Good. It was a good football by Titus Benson, putting it up there where he knew that Stewart could get it and no one else could. But 2 early touchdown passes for Titus Benson. He's off to a really good start.
I couldn't tell if that was Boaz or Stewart on that catch. At first, I had to find the number because they're both really good-looking high school.
They are
wide receiver, tight end, whatever you want to call them.
Right. You know, they have the look of some kids that are going to have a shot to play college football. I know that Boaz has already had some offers as far as on the college side, but Stewart has that look as well. He's a big athletic kid.
Panthers kick it off. They got a reverse going. He's got a lane.
He does.
He's off the right side. He's moving pretty quick. Need to take a good angle. Siloam's going to wrap him up right there about the 47. Good return for the Blackhawks.
Fortunate to get him there at the 50. Guys took a good pursuit angle to catch him.
Is that Connor Acosta? Connor Acosta is a kid that transferred into Pea Ridge from Gravett. He is a kid that played as a freshman in Varsity on a good Gravett football team and started as a sophomore, transferred this year his senior year to Pea Ridge and has had a good year thus far. But a very good athletic looking kid as far as on the return.
Good speed.
Yep, very good speed.
That brings back out the Pea Ridge offense, led by Hudson White, junior quarterback. He's going to hand it off. That's for no gain, wrapped up well.
Line didn't move on that stuff that I don't think it got anything.
No, I agree, Coach Stewart. You see, again, our defensive line winning the battle at the point of contact. And also the outside linebacker did a good job of playing C-gap right there. He fit at the line of scrimmage. He read his key, saw tackle block, read his tackle, and came down hard, fitting in C-gap. Did a good job there.
Avery Ratliff playing outside linebacker. He did a good job. And wow, what a play.
Who's that up front?
Penetration up front.
Yeah, that's number 55, Blake Huff, I believe.
Big Blake, yep.
I like it. I mean, look at that. 6 yards put in the backfield. I mean, anytime you're playing 6 yards in the back, at the mesh point for the quarterback and running back, they didn't even have time for the mesh. That's a big stop for us. They've flipped the field here a little bit in field position, but again, going back on offense.
3rd and 15 for the for the Blackhawks.
Maybe a good time for a screen pass right here.
I'd say so. I'd say there's a chance of something like that, a screen or I'm looking if Acosta's out there on offense. I know he plays defense, but he's a pretty good little receiver as well. Screen. Coach Stewart. Coach Stewart might have been in their playbook a little bit. What do you think, Coach Lloyd?
You can call me Tony Romo.
Tony Romo? Yeah, I like it. Coach Stewart, if he only looked like Tony Romo, then we'd be all right. But Coach Stewart was right on the money. He said, what do you think about a screen? And that's what they put out there, a little slip screen to the right.
That's going to bring up 4th and long for Pea Ridge. They sent the punt team out. Logan Ludke to punt.
I think one thing you're going to see, you've already seen it once with a reverse. Pea Ridge has nothing to lose. And they're probably going to pull some tricks out of there. Get in the zone. A big break for us right there. Big break. I'm sure that Coach Travis is not happy about that.
Yeah, Freddie Renderos, as soon as that ball was kicked, he ran straight to the sideline. They were going to let that one go.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it went into the end zone for a touchback.
And I don't mind their mindset on that. You know, you're starting to see more and more teams in high school football. You just don't see very many catchable punts, truthfully. And you're seeing more and more teams get away from that ball because there are a lot of bad things that can happen when you're coming up, especially against a kicker that's not it's much easier to catch a ball off of a good punter that gets ball up in the air than you have to run all over the field and catch low-line drives. A lot of bad things can happen off of that. So big opportunity, open it up here on the 20 on our 3rd drive. Let's see if we can go 3 for 3.
offense back on the field. Minute 31 left to go in the first. Benson takes the snap. He's going to throw it. Pass is incomplete.
Great job by the line. No pressure at all on that.
None. Coach Stewart, I like guys that pay attention to more than just where the ball's going. And you look at this, it's going to help the maturity of this of Titus Benson just by not having that constant pressure in his face. And the line's doing a good job of that. Here we are in a 10 personnel look. No tight ends as far as we're still in 11 because it looks like Stewart or Boaz is still on the field. I think it's Stewart that's out there.
It's Marcus Smith. Pass is caught up to the 32. That's enough for a first down.
And then another basketball player out there, isn't it?
Yeah. Nice little juke there at the end, showing off his athleticism. Marcus, big first down.
Yeah, but Marcus is a young man. I think just a sophomore too. Is that correct, Coach Lloyd?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Just a sophomore, a young guy that has a big upside, has a lot of athletic ability, and as he grows and gets more mature, he's probably going to be a guy that has decent size too as he gets older. I think it's going to be he hits the weight room and positive things. We're going to see positive things out of Marcus. I think he's going to be a big weapon for us in multiple sports. Oh, got a procedure.
Here we come. That was like a full jailhouse blitz coming or something.
Yeah, they're bringing the house.
After the penalty, that'll bring up first and 15. Only 44 seconds to go here in the first half. Panthers kind of taking their time. Benson on the option.
The speed option, baby.
There goes short. Almost got to full head of steam. And crosses the 35 down to the 36.
I love what I'm seeing offensively. Absolute balanced attack. We are definitely a run football team, but balanced in how we're running the football. You live just with the wide zone. Eventually teams are going to load the box on you. They're going to take away that wide zone by alignment. But when they over-align and they over-pursue, all of a sudden you run speed option out the backside with the big short, and positive things happen.
2nd and 6. Benson drops back. Screen. There's Mason Short. Got the ball. Line's blocking well ahead of him. Runs over a man to the 50.
Like seeing those three linemen 20 yards down the field.
Big athletic kids, Coach. Our offensive line is pretty special. Taking away, you really took away all pursuit from P. Ridge right there, and Mason did get touched for the first 15 yards he had the football. It's a play that Benson, I think Titus Benson throws that ball as good as he does anything else he does, Coach Lloyd. In the first 3 games that we've seen so far, I've seen Titus hit that little slip screen multiple times and really does a good job of patience, because that play is about patience. You want to get the defensive line to pursue the quarterback. You get that pass set. The key is the pass set, because the linebackers and DBs are reading their keys, and when they see that pass set, they're going to get to their drops. And as they get to their drops, that opens up that slip screen, and then the linemen peel out and get the blocks downfield. And you see that. And Short does a good job of being patient and get behind his blocks, and then, of course, being physical afterwards. And you don't see, anytime you get out there on the perimeter with Mason Short, with his size and his speed, good things are going to happen. And little corners in high school are not real excited about tackling Mason Short.
That brought us to the end of the first quarter. Who we got, Coach?
This might be the most important thing that we do all night. I know the football game is why we're all here, but to me, and I know to Coach Stewart, Coach Lloyd, and to our school, we've got our custodian staff, our maintenance staff, and our food service staff down here. And if you want to talk about servants' hearts, you want to talk about difference makers and people that just come to make a difference and pour into kids, it's this group right here. The men and women that feed our kids, the men and women that take care of our buses, take care of our buildings, and take care of really just clean up things that not everybody wants to clean up. They've got that servant's heart that's pretty special. I'm just glad that we get to honor them tonight. Again, just a round of applause to our custodial staff and what they're doing, and our food service staff, along with our maintenance.
Start the second quarter. Panthers, ball on the 49, 1st and 10. Benson back to pass. He's got a man open. That's Jack O'Brien. Is caught. He's down to the 10. He's in the end zone. Touchdown.
You got a step on him there, and Titus laid that ball right over the top.
Just a little touch, wasn't it, Coach? That's pretty. Good ball, good timing. Didn't wait necessarily even for it to completely come open. Benson did a good job, and Jack did the rest. Again, a credit to the offensive line. I don't think anybody's in Benson's face, but three drives, 3 touchdowns, 3 touchdown passes tonight. And I think it's really important. You know, P. Ridge is going to sell out on the run, and we know that. And most of the year, people are going to sell out on the run. Good kick. But here's the deal. Anytime you can add more things on film, more formations, more looks, having success in the pass game, it takes pressure off our offense and opens up our true, you know, what our bread and butter is, what our identity is, and that's smash mouth football. And we're gonna be able to run the football because we're passing the ball so well tonight. It's all about game film. I mean, for really all sports, Coach Lloyd, I know for basketball and football it's this way with huddle. I don't know what you guys have. I know you guys have some breakdown stuff I'm sure you use.
Sure.
But it really is, it's about getting stuff on film. And some people, I don't want to show it on film. But the truth is, the more things you put on film, the more things people have to work on. The more practice time you steal from your opponent. And it doesn't allow them to work on their identity, but they're working on what your identity is. And we're seeing that right now. Coach Marsh is doing an excellent job of being balanced, of showing multiple formations. Really, really impressed with the first 3 drives. Really, all 3 phases of our football team right now are hitting on all cylinders and winning this football game.
Yep. I would think Coach Lockridge is happy about us staying on schedule and following the blueprint for what we want.
No doubt about it, Coach. I think it's got to be really it's an opportunity. I think this is the next step for our football team, and it was disappointing. We went for a little trickeration there ourselves, didn't we? This was the opportunity we were going to probably have against Heritage, but due to what happened that night, we didn't have that chance getting up 21-0 out of the gate. I really fully expected us probably to run the mercy rule on Heritage that night, the way the ball game was going, and the kids get a chance to feel that. We're not there by any means. It's 21-0. It's still a ball game. It's still way too close early in the game to be counting that way. But we have an opportunity to step on the Blackhawks and kind of take their will away here in the next quarter or so.
Yes.
This is a big possession for the Blackhawks.
Good field position after the onside kick attempt by the Panthers.
Like I with a little helmet across the neutral zone
We were
there.
looking right down the line of scrimmage, and it was close.
Yeah.
Hudson White to throw.
Go
That
get
pass
it.
is
Tip.
intercepted. It's go. Freddie Rendero's taking it back to the 38-yard line.
Hey, I like it. We talked about it. It's going to be a big opportunity for us on the 3rd possession of the game. This was going to be a big stop for us of what we're going to do. And we had a choice. Where is Siloam Springs going as a program right now? Are they going with the look of the pass where we're competing, or are we going to go take the next step where we step on people and finish them? And it looks like Siloam right now has that mindset. Up 21-0, big interception. In the booth joining us tonight is a guy that I've had the opportunity to work with. He's a legend here in the state of Arkansas, and that's Rob Coleman, a guy that is living the life as far as retirement, right, Coach? It's borderline. Retired volunteering. Yeah, Coach has never stopped coaching. But good man, good friend. Oh, got to get right back? No. Got a break there.
Kind of threw that up. That was a 50-50 ball, and we're fortunate.
The Coach Coleman's over here watching. I know there's probably nothing more proud for him and a proud moment of getting to come watch your son coach. And I know his son, Dallas Coleman, a young man that I got an opportunity to be around at Bentonville, is a fine young man and doing great things over there at P. Ridge.
Second and 10. Benson looking. He throws it up to Marcus. That's going to be incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Again, plenty of time, no pressure at all. It was good secondary coverage right there.
It was.
Ridge.
Coach Turner, our new athletic director, has also joined us up here. Coach Turner coming in his first year, moving up from Cabot, where he was a state champion wrestling coach. Excited to have Coach Turner on board. We'll talk to Coach Turner in future games as far as interviewing at halftime, but really excited about the direction of our athletic program. P. Ridge sitting on that slip screen, but again, big old short man getting yardage after contact. Coach Lloyd, you know, it's just play after play. There's nothing wrong with feeding the beast, and that's what Mason Short is. He's a guy that can carry the rock and do good things with the rock.
Absolutely. That was a great catch by Mason Short. P. Ridge read that well.
Big fourth down right here.
Yeah, we got 4th and 4. Kind of in no man's land. Can't kick the field goal.
Yep.
It's 4th down. Benson takes a snap. He hands it off to Short off the left side. Run well, hard run by Mason Short. That's enough for a first down.
Yep. Is that Benson on the edge? I think it was 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Benson setting the edge.
He set the edge on that. We got just about a half yard extra.
How about that? 4th and 5. You think you might believe in the run game a little bit on 4th and 5 and you run the football? I like it. Here we go.
Getting up to the line quick.
Oh, here we go.
Little shift.
Little shift.
That's a quarterback run game.
Cisco
Nope.
Suarez.
Oh, look at
Little
this.
trickery.
Oh.
We sold it well.
A throwback.
Stu thought he was going to get another jump ball there and basically got tackled in midair. I think we got the flag. And
Yeah, I think that Stu had an advantage there on that one-on-one. If we put that ball out just a touch further, Benson might have had his 4th touchdown pass in about a quarter and 2 minutes. Pretty impressive as far as where we're going right now, but it was a PI there.
Bring up 1st and 10 for Siloam Springs, ball on the 14-yard line. Play action. Benson going to keep it. Nope. He's going to throw it in the end zone. He's got Boaz again. Touchdown, Panthers.
4 possessions, 4 touchdown passes, and 2 to his big brother, Boaz Benson. Good play. Boaz, man, I'm telling you, he's a specimen out there. He's a good athlete. He's a coach's son, and anytime you're a coach's son, you've been around ball all your life, and he just kind of has a natural knack out there at the tight end position. You've really seen some growth. I thought he was a great, obviously he was an all-conference player as a sophomore, but as a junior, he's taken a different step, and you guys both know as head coaches, I mean, how many times have you seen, start with you, Coach Lloyd, how many times have you seen sophomores, when they go into that junior year, just the maturity level change as far as what they put out on the field?
There's a huge difference. I mean, you see the league for the first time, if your sophomore year, first year starting, you get some experience. But once you've got some experience and you mature into your junior year, you really just kind of really take off. That's what we're seeing there.
Coach Stewart, as we're on break here a little bit, we talked about the baseball program. How are things going as far as an off season with basketball right now?
Hey, really good. It is I talked to the boys this week. It's been fun coming in with young men that have energy and want to get better every day, and we've been able to have that in this off season in the weight room and on the court. Today with the pep assembly, we're short schedule, so we threw it up and played 4 quarters and just scrimmaged, and a lot of good things happening. I'm really excited.
Coach Stewart, it's fun coaching kids that want to compete and get better every day.
Absolutely.
Panthers kick it off. Fair caught. Ball's going to be caught at the 28-yard line.
I'm not sure 6 wanted anything to do with that football in that moment right there. But again, ball starting inside the 30. They've started the last 2 possessions on the 50-yard line, but we got them back here a little bit.
We failed to mention that kind of the Tim Tebow jump pass on that last play by Titus. Kind of took off running and planted his feet, jumped up and threw it.
That's just a young man.
Good look.
Being an athlete out there is what it looked like, wasn't it? Yeah, playing a little backyard football. He's probably been doing that with his brother and his dad in the backyard since they were little boys. But that was definitely a little backyard football right there. But, when you have an athlete at quarterback like Titus Benson, we're going to see that as he progresses and gets older. I think you're just going to see him be able to make plays on the move when things break down. Might be what he becomes best at.
1st and 10. White drops back. Pass is complete. He's tackled for about a gain of 7. That's Darren Fletcher on the reception.
Here's the difference in mindset, and I hope everybody sees this right now. It's 28-0. You see our kids flying around right now. If you go back and you rewind 12 months ago, we're fighting and battling, and we win this game against Pea Ridge a year ago. But it was a different game, right? It's a game where we're hoping to win. We're a game that we're excited that we're in. That's not the mindset anymore. We expect not just to win, but we have a mindset out here. I can see right now we expect to dominate this football game right now, and you're seeing the numbers being put up right now and the execution both in all 3 phases of the football game right now.
Pea Ridge up the middle, hit hard. He stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
As I talked about earlier, though, guys, I can tell you right now, and you will see it. I promise you. If you look across, I know several other coaches over there, starting with Coach Travis. I mentioned Dallas Coleman earlier. They've got coaches over there. Coach Hotelling is a guy that his wife worked for us. She had the opportunity to retire this last year. Miss Hotelling was a rock star for us here at Siloam. Her husband is now working over with her son at Pea Ridge, and another awesome opportunity. I'm happy for the Hotellings that they're getting to work together. Great people. Pea Ridge is full of great people, though.
That pass falls incomplete on 3rd down. Another stop for the Siloam Springs defense. They're going to bring out the punt team. Man, what a start to this game. 28-0 here. 8 minutes and 52 seconds to go in the second quarter. It is all Siloam Springs.
I'll kind of follow up on the hoteling. We've had many years of being able to work with both hotellings, and tremendous family. Helped us with our little Panthers camp for years. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it this year without her being here.
Yeah, she's a special lady, Coach. I'm happy for her, though. She's getting to be a grandma right now, and I'm happy for her getting to enjoy retirement. It's good to see high character, high class people. We are fortunate to have her here in this district, but it's good to see them have a great life after serving the school the way they have. Pretty good punt there by the Blackhawks. Going to put us back on the 29-yard line, 30-yard line. Let's see what we come out to. Got to believe you get up 35 here, you're sealing the deal a little bit, and there ain't nothing wrong with. Let's take advantage of this opportunity right here. Got the ball on offense. Let's finish this situation.
Short counter to the right side, makes another man miss. Across the 40, another man miss. Got a block. Green space ahead. Mason Short across the 30, down to the 10. That's going to be another touchdown for your Siloam Springs Panthers. 34-0. One play drive.
Broke 3 tackles. I counted.
The kid's special, but it's the offensive line special. We got a whole bunch of special going out there, including Coach Lockridge and what he's doing with this football program right now. Folks, we're going to kick the mercy rule off. We stay on this pace. Now, it doesn't start till halftime, so Pea Ridge comes out here and scores. They can eliminate that mercy rule, and they keep it under 35 before half. But if it's at halftime, it's a 35-point game or more. That clock starts running here at Siloam. And I'm going to say, it was 4 years. We missed that one. That's the first extra point we've missed all year.
Yep.
At halftime, that first game that we won here against Heritage was the first home game that we won in 4 years. Coach Lockridge talked about this week on the Coaches Show the importance of making your home field a tough place to play. We're going to open up. Looks like we're well on our way. I don't want to count our chickens before our eggs hatch here, but from a standpoint of we're well on our way to being 2-0 at home and making this a statement win and making this a tough place to play. Not just playing tough football with our competition. Last week saw us take major strides. I think, it wasn't the outcome that we wanted against Alma with a 7-point loss. But because we made plays throughout the game, we put ourselves in a position to win that football game at the end of the football game. It just came up a little bit short, but we're going to see as the season progresses. And we're going to have games. We're going to have growing pains still with this group because we have a tough conference. We have some teams that are really good football teams. But I think we're going to see us do some great things this year against a lot of teams and have a lot of fun on Friday nights here in Siloam Springs.
Panthers out here setting the tee up.
A young man's done a good job of being steady for us at kicker this year. That's such an important thing. And who knows? We're seeing it from all we saw was the outcome of the kick. you don't know what the snap or the hold was there.
There it is again. It's a little trickery, short pooch kick with it's almost a fake pooch.
Yeah,
I don't know what you call that.
They're trying to pick on a little space there, I'm sure. I think Coach Hahn would like that thing. Coach Hahn's our special teams coordinator, Nate Hahn, a young man that is coaching wide receivers for us and special teams. He came out of, he played college football, played high school football for me at Rogers High School. He's a winner, and I'm glad that we got him here. But Coach Hahn is a special teams guy, played it in college, played a lot of it in college all 4 years, was a 4-year starter, an all-conference football player in college. But I'm sure he wanted that kick just a little bit deeper, but they are trying to place that between the tight end and the front line on that kick, and he just trying to pick on a situation there as far as in their coverage.
Hudson White back on the quarterback for P. Ridge. He's going to hand that off to Tristan German. He stopped pretty quickly. I see gain of 2.
And it's worth mentioning, White's a good-looking quarterback. He's some of his passes, he's got an arm.
No,
we're gonna have to stay focused.
I agree, Coach. He's more than capable. He's actually a transfer. He's a young man that moved in from Conway for them and is a good-looking football player. I saw him play this summer in 7-on-7, and he had a great summer. I saw him in a couple different 7-on-7 events.
White rolls out to his right. He's looking deep.
That's PI probably.
Yeah, they got called.
Got tangled up and had a little jersey, it looked like.
I think that was a good call right there, and it's all right. Hey, we'd like not to have a penalty, but sometimes penalties deep in the secondary, you're trying to be physical, you're trying to get position, but you're also trying to focus on not getting beat deep, and sometimes 15 yards is better than 60 in this situation right here. I'd like not to have that and get in position to make the play, but again, I don't think he was in terrible position, just used his hands a little bit too much in coverage.
That brings up 1st and 10. Ball on the 44-yard line. White takes the snap, tosses off the screen, left side, makes a good move. But fumbles out.
Kicked it out.
That may still be a first down for him. That's 2 first downs.
The ball is going to go back on the fumble where the ball went out of bounds is what it should do off the fumble. If it went backwards, I think it's going to be a yard short. He had the first down, and the fumble went backwards on him. It's a good-looking play, though, Coach. I mean, and you're right, Coach Stewart. You're spot on of pointing out this quarterback from P. Ridge is a good quarterback. He's a good football player.
2nd and 1. P. Ridge going to check the play. White drops back. He's going over the top. That pass is caught.
Good flag again.
They called him out of bounds.
I think that was a little stop and go.
Yeah, little hitch and go up there. And I think they were called defensive holding or maybe PI. Obviously, they're going to decline that.
Guys, I don't know if did they call that a touchdown or they call him out of bounds.
I think they called a touchdown.
The side judge marked it out of bounds. Did they change that?
I never saw 2 hands go in the air. I
Look
just
at
missed
that.
it.
He pointed to the ground, but now that they've given him 6 points. There you go.
Yeah.
Again, we don't want to let off the gas here. It's a big lead right now. We're up 34 to could be possibly 7 here. Let's see what happens on this PAT.
Kick is good.
34-7.
Stubbed our toe a little bit. Plenty of time to get another touchdown.
Absolutely. I agree, Coach Stewart. We did. It'll be a deciding factor here. What do you do? How do you respond? You want a little adversity in every game. I don't think there's anything wrong with having that. It's nice when you're up 34-7, though. Coach Lloyd, it's exciting to see us put up points the way we have, play defense the way we have, and obviously we gave some good field position there. It's an example of they got the ball out closer to midfield on that possession. Had some success on offense and put up a touchdown. But let's see how we respond.
Yeah, Siloam Springs really just kind of controlled the game through the entire first quarter and a half. Maybe a couple mistakes in the secondary on that last drive, but we'll get that corrected. P. Ridge set to kick off.
Nice kick.
Ball goes all the way to the end zone for a touchback.
Kid's got a leg. We talked earlier, I saw when I turned around, my head around, we always like to say guys that do visit us up here in the box and didn't get a chance because we're focused on the game to talk to them, but Steve Avery popped his head in here just a second ago. Talk about guys that serve the district and talk about guys that are difference makers and been doing it for a long time. That's Steve Avery on our transportation director. Just does a great job of serving our young guys and gals here in our school, and just, you know, does it with a heart that made it gold, and does a good job at it. Glad that Steve's on our team here at Siloam Springs.
First and 10, Panther offense back on the field. Gonna hand it off to Short, off the right side.
Nice little delay there.
Was that a draw? Is that what that was?
I would call it a draw, but I'm not the football expert. I'll leave that to you.
I didn't see the blocking up front, whether it was a full scheme on or what they had going there.
That brings up 2nd and 1.
Again, guys, obviously at halftime we got a big band performance. Our band does a great job. Also, I have Carrie Kamarath, our head volleyball coach, coming up. Going to talk to her at halftime. Be a good chance to see what's going on with the volleyball program. Great block on the left side. Great run by Mason Short. Man, I'm telling you what, there's nothing better than having a kid that's just a hammer. And that's what Mason Short is. Is that not, man, I don't know if that was Mason. Is that Mason running that football?
He hadn't turned yet. Yeah,
it is. It's Short.
He drug 3 guys with him that last 3 yards.
You know, it's one thing that kind of, it'll be interesting to see if we can pull this out here as far as at halftime and score another touchdown. It'll be interesting to see how much he plays in the second half. Losing our backup running back this week. Just want to keep that young man healthy as possible going into conference.
1st and 10, ball on the 40. Mason takes it again off the right side. He's held up.
First guy just can't get him.
No.
First and second guy almost just have a hard time tackling. He's shifty.
Yeah, he's got good lateral quickness. That's something that you drill. That little move right there is something that the running backs every day in their endo periods are drilling and working that as far as their footwork on the cone drills. And you can tell Mason is transferring that out here on the game. He has some natural ability that's pretty special.
Switching up the linemen again.
Yeah. Yeah, they're flipping that line, aren't they? Yeah, you're going to see that, I think, and of course, we got permission from the football coaches. They're the ones that shared that with us, that they're going to do that this week, and they gave the okay to talk about it. So people in the listening or watching here might say, why are you all talking about what we're doing as far as tipping the opponents? But Coach Marsh gave the go to talk about that. We're going to flip it. We have a line that flips. You know, it used to be back in the day, you'd call it the wrong thing. I think now you call it the strong side and the quick side is what you do when you flip the line. And we definitely have, and it's not just 2 kids. We talk about 2 kids that are on that side leading the charge, but it's just as valuable in the zone game and what the backside does in zone. And it's really across the whole front. All 5 of our boys up front, they're very solid offensive linemen.
Ridge showing pressure here on 3rd and 6.
Bringing everybody. Oh, we
got
got
wide, got past him. Past the 40, 30. Stu stumbled his way down to the 20-yard line.
Was that Stu?
Yep.
It's hard
Sure
to tell
was.
if it's a 0 or 9, but he's got tape on his calf. Is where
You're right. That needs to be
our
our
signal.
I'm going to tell you right now, for a big boy right there, that's again showing athletic ability out there on the perimeter, catching that ball with his hands out away from his body. Great job by Titus. They brought 8 on that play, and they're saying, "Young man, you beat us," and he did right there. Stu and Titus Benson did a good job on that play.
Benson hands it off to the left side.
I'll say big 60. Was that big 69 for P Ridge? One of the first times I've seen tonight them win at the point of attack. P Ridge won that play, but Coach, both you guys, when you look at that play right there, they won at the point of attack, and we just gained 4 yards. That's a pretty good outcome. 69 got great pressure there on the play, and Mason Short just outran the penetration right there. It's the perk of the zone. Everything doesn't have to be perfect in zone football. There's a gap scheme in zone. We definitely are a zone team overall. Counter obviously being a gap scheme, but we are a wide zone team. Got a procedure. Yeah, big Suarez, I think. Is that Suarez over there, 65?
Yes.
Hard to get upset about him on anything. He is a good high school football player, and I'm glad that he, as we talked about earlier, I'm glad that he's a Panther, because he's going to be a kid that he's going to get noticed this year. He's a good football player, very physical football player at the point of attack.
That'll back up the Panthers to the 21-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 11.
P. Ridge has come down straight cover 0, loading the box, 8 in the box, saying, "Come beat us in the pass game."
Benson screen to Lockridge off the left side. Makes another man miss. Down to the 10. He's knocked out of the bounds at the 5-yard line. Braden Carranza on the tackle.
Great timing on that play.
It was. No, it was good. Those throwing that slip screen right there, they're bringing the house. Sometimes in the main scheme, it's hard sometimes to throw that play, and we did a good job of getting that block. And number 4, help me out on that.
Hudson.
Lockridge. Lockridge did a good job of getting behind his blocks right there, making a guy miss and getting positive yards, getting a big first down.
Double tight, under center, hands it to the fullback.
Got the fullback.
I like it.
Yeah, that was Isaac Calderon.
That's old school right there. I don't know if that was a trap or just a straight dive, but that
22
was
dive.
Yeah, it was just 22 dive right there. I think is what it was. It might have been a little trap action there. I didn't see if the guard pulled or not, but I like it. Giving again something else for opponents, future opponents. Lake Hamilton's going to have a bag of tricks, a bag of formations to be working against. We'll go back to it again. I think it's a straight dive.
That's Calderon again. Yeah. Another touchdown for your Panthers.
Good response. 3-minute drive, touchdown.
Yeah, great response, Coach Stewart. I agree. We wanted to see what they were going to do, face a little adversity, stuck it in the zone. Let's see what we do right here. Going to kick the ball.
Snaps down, kicks up, and it's good.
I like it. Way to respond right there. It's always, kicking's such a mental game, and it's so important to have a good kicker. You're going to have things because there's so much that's involved in making that PAT, everything from protection to snap to hold and then the kick. And oftentimes everything looks good and it's on the kicker. We don't know the one that he missed 2 kicks ago, but I can tell you this. Out of what he's kicked this year, everything's been very solid all season long. Our kicking game, as far as PAT field goal, has been very good.
They've had a couple different place kickers, Coach.
Yeah, we've been trying some different things, haven't we?
Things.
I think we got a left-footed and a right-footed kid out there. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah,
it's really good.
Sounds right.
A little more traditional pooch kick on that, wasn't it?
Yeah, Panthers wrapping
Great
up.
coverage.
Ball to 37.
We just got some stats up here. We've got Mason Short has ran the ball 12 times for 148 yards, guys. I mean, anytime that you're rushing, you're averaging, 12 yards a pop. Good things are going to happen. And the young Benson is is 12 out of 15 for 184 yards and 4 touchdowns, I believe. Thank you very much, sir, for that. Bringing in stats to 12, what was it again, 12 out of what?
12 out of 15.
12 out of 15. Yeah, that's a high percentage. Great job. Again, just really a lot of positives out there.
All that doesn't happen without the Hogs.
No, it doesn't. Everybody talks about Benson. Everybody talks about Short. You got Stewie having a big game. Big Benson having a big game tonight. Bowerman or Lockridge got on the play just a second ago. Who else early? Somebody else scored a touchdown early.
Big Stu.
Oh, yeah, this is Jack O'Brien.
Yeah, Jack O'Brien. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I want to pull that back. Jack O'Brien making a big play early. And we all talk about, everybody celebrates the skill kids, but it doesn't happen with the big boys up front. We got to recognize those guys.
Yeah. And they're everywhere tonight. They're pushing, driving, running.
I agree.
It's fun to watch.
I agree, Coach.
Under 4 minutes to go in the half. P. Ridge has the ball on the 45. It's 2nd and 3. White takes the snap. He drops back. Throws it out wide. Ooh, almost intercepted.
The pick six. That Bowerman up top. Who was that?
Probably wish he could get that back.
He'd like a second shot at that.
Yeah.
Who's that up top?
That's Weston.
Is that Bowerman?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a kid. Again, we talked about him last week. Talked about him on the coach's show. Been a kid that's been solid for us up there at corner. Beyond solid, really. Been a great football player for us. A big addition to our football team.
Another third down. Yep. Money down right here.
Money down.
3rd and 3. I like it.
Trips to the far side. White drops back, throws it deep, nobody's home.
Beautiful pass, but no one in the vicinity.
I'm not sure that wasn't possibly a mix-up, or Bowerman did a good job of just not letting his guy get off the ball up there. I think they were trying to just run a straight fade right there. Bowerman jammed him and rode him there on the line of scrimmage. Did a great job just being out physically in P. Ridge up there at the line of scrimmage and winning that battle.
We're going to get the ball back with 3+ minutes here, and
have a chance to put on the Mercy rule, Coach.
Yep.
As we talked about it, looks like good chance of going 2-0 here at home, and really we play 2 full football games. I think it's 2 Mercy rules here at home is what I think it would have been if we can pull this one. This game ain't over yet. We won't count it till it is a Mercy rule. I'm sure Coach Lockridge would frown upon me saying that right now at this point, but we get to sit up here in the booth and we get to enjoy this game. We don't have the pressure that he does, so we can say it. Right now, that is the direction that this football game is going.
That punt was kicked out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 43.
I always find that interesting in football. You watch officials mark a ball that's kicked out of bounds and how they mark it, where they see it. It's kind of an interesting thing, and usually most of them are pretty good at it. And what they do as far as just experience of marking balls. And as a coach on the sideline, I didn't always agree with them. But usually when you go back and watch film, they were usually pretty accurate as far as marking that ball. I think he was there.
First and 10. Benson going to hand it off to Short up the middle. Flag flies in as Mason Short.
Come on, blow the whistle now. Come on now. I mean, we're talking about forward progress. Lost 7 yards ago. I'm not gonna. You won't hear me very often. I'm sure Coach Stewart or Coach Lloyd talk about anything, but we're out here right now. That whistle could have easily been blown a couple seconds before that.
Thrown in the vicinity of a hole. I never saw a signal, but did I miss it?
It was a hole.
It was a hole.
Yep, out here on the edge.
After the 10-yard penalty, bring up 1st and 20. See how Coach Marsh decides to handle this last drive. Benson keeps it himself off the left side. Just missed him.
Oh, Stewie, man. Stewie
was going to run that one in.
He was pretty. You could see it right there. That ball just a little underthrown by Benson.
Yeah, running to his left, and that's a harder throw than you think. And again,
Coach String, you must have a little football background in you to recognize that.
Yeah.
I see that. Did you play football back in the day, Coach?
Long time ago, but more backyard football than anything else.
Short off the right side, still running hard. He's going to get about 5.
P. Ridge still playing hard. Again, credit to Coach Travis. His boys are going to compete. You know, the first thing you want to look for when you hire somebody as a football coach or a coach at anything as far as a leader is you want to look for a high-character person, and P. Ridge has found that in Coach Travis. Tony Travis is a high-character man that loves kids, going to get his kids to work hard, and I project that good things down the road are going to happen at P. Ridge because of Tony Travis.
It's going to be third and long.
Yeah, how aggressive are you going to be on this third and long?
We're going to hand the ball off.
Yeah.
It's kind of what we thought we'd see right there.
And I like it. I think it's okay. I mean, I think that you might not get what you want putting the stamp on this game going into half as far as that running clock, but I think it's okay. I think we're going to get a chance to go out here and work on our punt game because we haven't got to do that this far, right? I mean, we've had, 6 possessions so far with 6 touchdowns. And now that was our 7th drive right there. First time we've been stopped, first time we've punted the football all night long. So let's work on our punt game here a little bit. Coach Hahn's looking at his chart right now. Who is not out there that's supposed to be out there? That. Probably going to have to use a timeout.
Yeah, I'm going to have to use a timeout. Not going to be happy about it, but boy, it's a great time to learn it right now.
Yeah, it is. No, it's a lot easier to not be upset when you're up 41-7 using a timeout than when it's a tight ball game.
And you're right. We hadn't even come close to punting it.
No. Kids have forgot who's on the punt team.
Yeah. We won't mention any numbers that just ran out there.
Well, Coach, we hadn't punted much, you know?
Yeah. No, really all year, truthfully, Coach. There hadn't been. We've, against Heritage, I think we punted once. Against Alma, we had a couple punts last week, but did a good job of flipping the field in our punt. We run a shield punt. Got 3 big boys right there protecting. They're going to protect A gaps. The guys up front are going to take their outside gaps and let everything come through A gaps, and they're going to step up and double plug. It's a safe punt. It's one of the safest punts in football. I like this punt.
What the delay is right now.
Yeah.
Getting the clock set. Procedure.
We needed a little more room to punt right now.
Probably intentional is what Coach Stewart is saying.
You do have to stay focused. I think this is the same young man that can run.
It is. Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
That's Connor Acosta. Connor can go.
Any chance.
Yeah, you kick the ball and give him space. He's as fast as anybody on this football field here, and he's a tough kid, hard-nosed kid that I've had a chance to build a relationship and care greatly about.
Short. Spins it right to Acosta. He's going to go off the left side, and Coach, just like you were saying, he's got all kinds of room.
Take the right angle,
Across
Short.
the 40.
Get him. Oh.
He stumbles down to the 10-yard line. Coach, you were all over that.
I think we have a block in the back right
Did
here.
we?
Oh, there's
I think they threw it on it, so it's coming back. But, man, like you said, young man's talented. Our kids, great effort to stop him there. He kind of turf monster jumped on him.
He did.
But our kids were hustling, weren't going to let him in.
Yeah, he's a kid. If the kids that are out there, he's a kid that we want to keep the ball away if we can. But I think you're right, Coach. I think this is coming back. Going to pin him back inside the 30 probably.
It's one of those plays in football. You're amped up and you want to make a play and help, and you push a guy in the back. And
I don't know where we're waiting on here. What's going on here? Did we get some illegal hands to the face down here on us, or lined up off sides?
Is there another flag somewhere?
Usually we start this long walk back before now if they're going to call it against P. Ridge.
Yeah.
They're not doing that right now.
Here it comes.
Here's a call,
There we
personal
go.
foul. That's
They
on
call
P.
personal
Ridge.
foul. It must have been a.
Offsetting.
Was it offsetting?
There,
It
well,
was. Two personal fouls.
We got offsetting personal fouls.
A little too much going on down here on the bottom.
so, Coach, that means we're going to redo it?
Well, that was
that what that
happening during
means?
the live. I think it is what that means. Let's see what happens here.
I just, where
It's
that
gonna
flag
be replay.
came in,
That's a big break for us. I agree, Coach. I thought it was going to either be holding or a block in the back on them, but yeah, it's an offsetting penalty, and we're going to kick it again.
either way, it's in our favor.
Yeah, it is. No doubt about it. I agree.
A little confusion on where the ball's supposed to go, but they got it figured out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The chain
the
crew
chains
knew
are
where
moved.
it was supposed to be.
Yeah, they got a marker on those chains over there that puts it. It's not about where the sticks are; it's where that marker is. They put that marker on that first full line coming across the field, allows them to get back in the right spot.
Mason Short going to kick it again. He
Ew.
boots it. High, end over end kick.
Good punt.
Not going to be returned. Great Panther bounce. It's going down to the 20.
Man, you talk about
Really good turn of events.
talk about a change in what happened right there.
What was that, 80-yard?
Yeah,
80-yard difference?
About an 80-yard difference. That's exactly right. 10 versus 10, right? I mean, obviously they're not quite on the 10, but big flip of field position there. On not sure what happened down here at the bottom, but just two guys probably playing hard and did a little bit more than what they needed to.
Still 2 minutes. It's been a long quarter. A lot of passing in this quarter, and it's the clock management has been perfect.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, 2:06. This is a big last 2 minutes here. Getting this stop, getting off the field, getting in at halftime. Maybe even getting the ball a little bit before half and see what we can do in our 2-minute drill.
Hudson wide. He's going to throw the bubble screen. He's
Great
wrapped up.
Pursuit. Lineman got out there. I can't.
Yeah, that looked like it was I think it was 21, Isaac Calderon.
Yes, Isaac with a great hustle play right there.
He got a motor on him now. He made a big play there in the first quarter, on the big play in the backfield in the first quarter. That's another good play for him. Good job by the corner, keeping outside shoulder free, pushing things back to the inside and letting the pursuit catch up to the ball.
P. Ridge trips to the boundary. 2nd and 7. Hudson White drops back. He's going deep.
Ooh.
Pretty good
defense.
coverage right there. It looked like he was going to run past us, and he wasn't able to.
You know the old adage, who was that,
That was
Coach
Weston.
Lloyd?
Bowerman.
Bowerman again, yeah. The old adage of, you teach your quarterbacks if he's even, he's leaving.
Yes.
And especially if the corner is flat-footed. We kind of were flat-footed right there. We were still in our back pedal when we got even. Bowerman did a good job, I think, of really getting into the stride of the receiver and cutting him off from his route. This is good defense. This is what good defenders do.
3rd and 7. P. Ridge comes out in an empty formation.
Oh, that was Cole Pittman. That was a 6, wasn't it? Was that Cole out there?
Up top,
Was that?
was that Bowerman or Pittman?
That may have been Cole up there.
Okay.
But you're right. Did a great job.
Yeah,
pressing
no, he
in.
did. He did a good job.
I can't say it enough. We can't give this quarterback a lot of time because he's proven he can throw a nice ball down the field.
No, he's a good quarterback, Coach. It is the strong point of their team. Everybody coming into this season talked about this young man that transferred again in from Conway this past year. He's a kid that has an upside. He's a kid that is a good football player and throws a good ball. Right now, they haven't connected a ton on the passes they've thrown, but he's also been under a lot of heat, a lot of pressure, and had to get rid of that ball a little bit early in a couple situations.
So 3rd and 7. Minute 24 here to go in the half. P. Ridge, empty formation again. Hudson White takes the snap. He drops back. Throws the ball over the middle. That pass is going to be completed across the 45-yard line. Nice pitch and catch there.
He kind of found the soft spot.
Yeah, he did. You know, we're playing 2 high safety, middle field open is what they're reading. On that 1 high safety, middle field close, that route's going to stay on the hash against the 1 high safety. We're 2 high safeties. He's going to hit that middle field open, and that's about throwing the ball on time, and that's the difference in just a veteran kid too, right? He's an upper-class quarterback, threw that ball right on time as far as threw him open in the middle of the field. But red middle field open, safety, that's a kind of a choice route by the receiver reading that. Good ball, good reception for P. Ridge.
Is some of that our guys playing safe in the situation?
You know, they're playing soft right there, no doubt about it. With a minute left, we're playing a little looser probably than what we were early. I think there is that, but I definitely think, I mean, that play right there is a staple in the pass game, which you teach kids early on in practice. You're reading, and I mean, we want our receivers when they come out of the field to recognize middle field open, middle field closed every single time they go out in a formation to see what they're going to do with their route. But yeah, I agree, Coach. We're playing a little bit more loose with the safeties than what we were early.
A lot of switching in the backfield.
We got some empty down here, so the strength's down here at the bottom for sure. Got to get some pressure on this kid. Let's see if Benson can get after him here.
1st and 10 out of the timeout. P. Ridge. Hudson White going to keep it himself. He dives forward. We'll see where they mark it. He's going to be just short.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. That clock's
had good pressure.
I'm not sure why our clock stopped, guys.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
There,
we got to keep that thing going. Okay. Good play by White right there. Getting empty again. Mixing it up where Benson's at. He's up at the top now. Put pressure on that left tackle.
White gets rid of it quick. That pass is caught. Makes a man miss across the 35 down to the 30.
I tell you what, if I'm P. Ridge, I'm not sure this isn't the formation for them as far as letting the White kid be at quarterback. The young man step back and throw that football, just a quick game and get the ball out of his hands. But White is performing out there for P. Ridge.
P. Ridge takes another timeout with 28 seconds to go in the half. They've got the ball on the 30-yard line. 1 timeout left.
We have been joined. We've been joined by Coach Tamarath up here in the booth, and excited to talk to her. Coach, we're gonna have to hold off just for a few minutes and let the band perform, and then we'll talk after. We don't want to cut our band off. We're at a timeout right here. Again, like we talked about earlier, how exciting is it to be right now a Siloam Springs Panther in our volleyball program right now, 2-0 in conference, and not just 2-0 in conference, beating 2 really good opponents, two programs in Greenwood and Harrison that have had a lot of success in the last few years and a lot of history of success. And Coach Tamarath just, you know, she's got Siloam Springs volleyball going, and I see it's really exciting to see. High character woman leading our young ladies, and obviously that's paying off as far as what we're doing out there on the court.
Hudson White takes the snap. Looking
Good
for him to
pressure.
run. Great job by the defensive line. Wrapped him up early. They're going to have to call their final timeout with 21 seconds to go.
It's a good job. This is, you know, we've been running just some pretty basic for Benson, really, for Coach Benson. He's a guy that runs a lot of stunts, and we haven't seen a lot of that in the last couple drives. Right there, we had just a little fold scheme, little loop by our defensive end, defensive tackle, and you saw that kind of the guard ran with that inside presence, and the defensive end folded back up into the pocket and changed White's eyes on the rush instead of downfield, and positive things happened there. I think that's when you play White here for P. Ridge, one of the things that you got to do, I think, is you want to take the throwing game out of his hand and make him run the football. He's not a bad athlete. He's shown that on the field already, but definitely his strength is throwing the football. Again, another situational thing here for us to work on, right? Last week, before the half, didn't close it out quite how we wanted to close it. This is an opportunity, a learning opportunity last week is how that has to be looked at in non-conference. This is an opportunity for us to show in week 2 what we're going to do here as far as closing out a half.
Hudson drops back. He's going to throw it up into the end zone. That ball's thrown out of bounds. We're up 3rd down with 17 seconds to go.
Going with the third safety in the middle there. Just a little different look You've seen a lot of teams do that in college football right now, late in half. Especially the key to that, though, is when you have a good defensive line and you get rushed without, because you're pulling a linebacker out of the game to put that extra safety back there in the back and go with 5 DBs. But having the ability to get pressure on the quarterback without extra men staying in the box is a big deal.
Looks like we got the similar defensive look. Hudson White's going to drop back, looking to his left. He's going to throw the ball. The ball's caught. He's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 20. I believe that's going to be a first down for P. Ridge. 11 seconds to go in the half.
It's good. That's good. Good rhythm play by P. Ridge right there. That ball on the 20 is a lot bigger deal for the play caller here versus the ball on the 30, because you really have a lot more options right now to get in the end zone with the skinny post, the seam route, more than just throwing the ball up, which is what you'd have to do on the 30. So they kind of opened up the playbook right here with that little stick throw there right for the first down.
White goes to the right. That pass is going to fall incomplete.
May have been tipped right there.
I think it was. That was Avery Ratliff.
I think Avery got a hand on
You
it.
get a paw on it up there.
If he didn't, he sure acted like he did.
Yeah, we kind of changed our look up there a little bit. We had been dropping back 5, and we actually rolled into cover 3 right there and screwed our safeties both down in the alley right there and took that ball away. But doing a good job up front again. Got trips down here to the bottom.
Second down, but 7 seconds to go in the half.
That's probably going to be it.
Got 8 seconds to go on the play clock.
We did.
Hudson, he throws it up. He's got a man. And that ball falls incomplete. That was a great play by Freddie Renderos to knock it down with 1 second to go in the half.
Freddie did a good job hustling back to make a play. Wide receiver made a great move on him, and he hustled back in the play, got a hand on it.
It's a play again that we've got to close this half out. This is the part of maturing as a football program right here. I know we're up 41-7. No one thinks it's a big deal, but it is a big deal when we're playing teams like Mountain Home, teams like Shiloh Christian, Greenwood, Russellville, Lake Hamilton next week, or in 2 weeks rather. We've got a bye week next week. But, down the road, big opportunities, big stops. Ooh, back got in there and got that block.
Good kick, but it's wide left. That's going to fall incomplete to end the half. Your Panthers are leading 41-7. Coach, it's been all Siloam Springs here.
I gotta love it. I mean, 41-7, getting after them right out of the gate. Complete different feeling here in Siloam Springs football here with Coach Doug Lockridge and his staff and what these kids, you got to give the credit to the kids. We always, as coaches and as leaders in schools, are going to give credits to our kids, and our kids have bought in. They're out here battling. They're out here performing.
Yes, coaches, as far as the game plan and doing what we've asked you to do, the kids, I know they got to be proud of them. Always stuff you can adjust and talk about at halftime, but 41-7.
Well, let's talk about that real quick. You go into halftime. What are some things you're up big at halftime? What are some of the things that you try to focus on?
Well, talking to the kids about the the maturity side of it, where you come out and don't have a lull in doing the fundamental things right, and I think that's in any sport where you get up big. The coaches want to emphasize the fact we got to keep making the little plays and the simple plays to finish this like we want to, and let those other kids get some experience in a game situation that we're in a situation where they're going to be able to, like you said, and keep some other guys healthy for the first game. So it's a great situation to go over with the coaching staff and the kids.
You're hitting on something that a lot of people don't talk about, and that's young guys getting more reps in Friday night experience. It's a big deal. It's really a big deal as far as the growth of a program. Anytime you stretch the situation here. We got our cheerleaders out here with a bunch of our young ones out here performing. Everybody knows that our cheerleading squad is as good as it gets in supporting not only supporting our teams, but also in their competitions with their competition squad. They got a bunch of athletic kids out here that perform in their sport on a daily basis.
You can't miss them tonight.
No.
Neon everywhere.
Yeah, neon everywhere. And they're out here doing some flips. Coach Lloyd, is that something that you do on a regular basis?
Well, every now and then, I'll do the old tuck and tuck and roll.
I tell you what, I think after the big win against Greenwood, I think Coach Tamarath probably did a backflip right there on the sideline. We'll talk to her as we talked about here in just a few minutes. We got the cheerleaders performing, doing a great job. Pretty fun to watch out here as far as all our kids at Siloam Springs. Just a special place, guys. A place that you see the excitement, you see the culture that's building not only in our high school but in our whole district right now. Just see a lot of positive things out of a lot of people.
Need to be careful of the cheerleaders. There's a grand piano on the field for the band performance. I'm hoping that one of the flipping cheerleaders doesn't.
Is that what's coming out behind them there? We definitely got something coming out there. Hey, and I'm gonna tell you right now, what our band does on a weekly basis, you gotta love it. I mean, and I love the mentality of our band director. He loves our kids. He loves pushing our kids to be successful. I'm gonna say it from an athletic standpoint, he's a winner, and I'm glad that he's here at Siloam Springs and what he does. You look at our band they're out there working all summer long. They're out there working every day. They do a great job of putting on a show out here, and I know they have a lot of pride in it. Yeah, you're right. I didn't see the ground. Yeah. My eyes were on the parrot, Coach.
You said parrot. I was going to say toucan, but it's a parrot.
Come on now, you got to recognize your birds out here.
They're all in. That's all you have to say. They're all in.
All right, we'll get off so we can hear the band.
Ladies and gentlemen, Siloam Springs High
See the love that they have for their leader and what they do. They got the volume turned up there a little bit. Joining us, as we promised, someone that is probably going to be a lot more enjoyable to listen to than the three guys that have been talking up here is Coach Kerry Tamarath. And Coach Tamarath, 2-0 in the conference. Big win. Was it Tuesday night against Greenwood at Greenwood? Again, another big win last night against Harrison. Got the Goblins last night and really kind of dominated the game last night. But when we talk about Greenwood, let's just start out with this. There's nothing sweeter. Most of you probably don't know, but Coach Tamarath is somebody that's from Greenwood, Arkansas. Her family, her background is Greenwood, Arkansas. Your daddy's down there right now, is he not? Is superintendent, is that correct? Okay, and so you get to go home, and nothing better than going home and winning at home, except you're winning from the visitor standpoint. So pretty awesome feeling. Coach, could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, that game is always so surreal for me. I mean, my whole family's there, and so I want to do them proud. So that game is always just something that I try not to overthink about going into the season. But what's so sweet about it is the girls just really go into the game they went into the game very confidently, and it was so cool to see because that's a hard place to play in. The setup of the gym is very different than anything we have at any other facility, and but they went into the game very confidently, and it made me really proud to see them just do their thing on the floor, and we just get to watch them perform at the level that they've always performed in practice.
Yeah, I like it. Good coaches give credit to their kids. And Greenwood is a special place from a standpoint of what they've done in their volleyball history, and it is a neat, just a neat arena that they've got down there, neat court for their volleyball team down there, and for us to go down there and open up conference 1-0. Then last night, tell us a little bit about your team. Tell us kind of the makeup of your team. We got a group that's a upper class group, where we got some upperclassmen on this team, don't we?
Yes, many. So several of the girls on the team played as sophomores when I first got here a couple years ago, and now they are seniors this year. And so there's a lot of experience that they bring. And it's been cool to watch them grow since their sophomore year and really step up as leaders and bring the younger kids along and get them buying into the program that we're trying to build. And so we have a lot of upperclassmen. We have a couple juniors that really contribute to our, they both play 6 rotations and really contribute offensively and defensively. And so we have a pretty experienced group hitting the floor. And then our sophomore class brings all the heart you could ask for out of any group. They are the most passionate group that I've ever been a part of. And so it's just such a nice balance how each of the grades bring something so different, but that creates a cohesive team.
Yeah, you know, you kind of see that in your as you coach and you build a team. It's always nice that you've got leadership at the senior level. You bring stability with that junior class coming up behind the seniors and really give depth with that. And then you have some key sophomores, some underclassmen that are contributing. And it's something that it's usually the makeup of something pretty special, which I think is what we got going right here at Siloam. Could you talk about specifically a couple of your key players, some of your leaders on the team?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Haley Thomas, earlier this week, or I guess it was last week, that she hit her 2,000th assist, which is a really big deal. I mean, 1,000 is hard to get for any setter, and a lot of setters hit that their senior year. But she's played 6 rotations for us, and she played as a freshman, and she was able to get that 2,000 assist this year, which is a huge, huge accomplishment. And she is a very hard worker. She's an excellent player that leads by her actions. And her intentionality that she brings to the court. And she's also an offensive threat for us. I mean, not very often do you have a team where where the opponent is having to think about the setter as the offensive attack. They're having to focus more on who they're going to go block. And Haley does an excellent job of finding the right times and not abusing it, but finding the right times to score, to keep the block honest, and then going to the hitters to keep it going.
Sounds like a pretty important player for you.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about also maybe some of your top defensive players?
Yeah. So we've got Kenzie Johnson. So she's played since her sophomore year. She's she's an incredible athlete. She's one of those kids that, I mean, she loves competing. Every day when she comes to practice, she's like, okay, are we going to compete today? Like, let's compete at practice. And we do that every day, but she's always looking forward to that opportunity. And she's one of those kids that will go after any ball, never gives up on anything. She loves it when the other team has a really strong hitter because she gets to dig them. And so she's an excellent defensive player for us. And then Erica Ellis and Isabel Suarez, they balance out our defense really nicely. They both play as our left backs, and they do an excellent job of getting all of the short balls and crossing and working really well beside Kenzie. All 3 are excellent serve receive passers as well, so they do a very good job of getting the ball to Haley so that she can run our offense. And our offense, I think, is is a very diverse offense. I mean, they never know if it's going to be outside, middle, right side, because all of our hitters contribute, and that's something you don't see everywhere.
Yeah, you know, I get an opportunity every once in a while to sneak in there and watch you guys practice, and I'll stand over in the corner. And Coach, you do a good job with your crew. You can tell that they love playing for you. You can tell that you got some good assistant coaches too that have really bought into the direction. I know a year ago, just talking to former AD Jeff Williams, when I got here a year ago as HR director, he told me I want you to watch that young lady over there, Coach. She's a special one, and I think you hit it right on the head. You are special. We're very fortunate and blessed to have you here at Siloam Springs. And, just what you bring to the table, not only with the culture you bring into the volleyball program, but also just the high character woman that you are, that we want around our kids. You're a winner. I like hearing you talk about kids loving to compete. Tells me that you understand the value of that and just what you're building with this program. I think that the sky's the limit with this program. Now, I do know that before we started this interview, Coach Stewart said he couldn't wait for the opportunity to kind of stump you and throw you some hard ones here. So, Coach Stewart, I'm gonna turn it over to you, and if you want a chance, go ahead and get her.
You know what? I was totally joking, but it is when you work closely with other sports at the same venue. Obviously, there's always things you have to work through, and working with Coach Tamarath is just a joy, and I get to see her not only scheming and working on fundamentals, but also trying to do right by kids and get kids bought into a program. I loved watching. It was on my phone, but the other night they were winning at Greenwood, and the JV section looked like it was Greenwood's home section. It was tremendous how the kids were bought in and cheering as the varsity was doing well. But it's fun. It's fun when you have good people in leadership and the kids are bought in, and we think the sky's the limit. I really didn't come up with any hard questions for you, Carrie.
That's it. You did psych her out, though. I saw the wheels were turning right there, Coach. I saw what is he going to ask me, because we all know that Coach Stewart is capable of asking. He's got a little honoring in him. There ain't no doubt about that. He likes to have fun, and we like to have fun. But Coach Tamarath, thank you so much for coming up here and visiting with us tonight. Keep up the good work. I know we're going to be following you throughout the remainder of this year, and just keep making a difference in these young ladies' lives.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. You have a great night.
You as well.
We're back here for some second half action. Panthers leading the Blackhawks 41-7. Aguilar set to kick. He's going to kick it down to the 29-yard line. He's taking up the right side. Found a little hole. He's going to be tackled across the 37-yard line. Darren Fletcher on the return. That'll bring out the Panther defense here to start the half. Some stats for your first half. Siloam Springs, 36 plays for 365 yards of offense. Titus Benson was 12 of 16 for 184 yards. Mason Short, 14 carries for 159 yards. Really explosive first half offensively for the Panthers. On the flip side, P. Ridge, 26 plays for 119 yards. Panthers held them under 100 yards for most of the first half.
Coach Lord, I love what I see, man. We got some buck sweep out here. I don't know if we've seen the buck sweep or not. That's one of Coach Travis's bread and butter. I can tell you right now, just playing against him over the years, he's a gap scheme guy, and generally a gap scheme guy. He will do some zone stuff, but he loves the buck. Trying to get out on the perimeter. Good run there on first down.
Yeah, that was Tristan German off the left side for a gain of 7. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Let's go back to this. 41-7. This is a different time, a different day in Siloam Springs football. It's not going to be. There's still going to be some roller coaster moments throughout the year as we learn to develop as a program, and as Coach Lockridge continues to develop this football program. But we're going to see nothing but positive results, I think, as we grow as a team this year. Coach Lockridge, again, great man, great hire, doing a great job here at Siloam Springs. You're just seeing I see it as the HR director. I get a chance to see kind of all phases of our school district, and we have great people leading our schools as individuals. We have great people that are leading our extracurricular activities. I've got two of them with me in here tonight, Coach Lloyd and Coach Tim Stewart. Carrie Tamarath coming in and visiting us. Obviously, an example of that is a winner, going 2-0 in the conference so far. And then we got a band like we do, cheerleading squad with Jackie Clement out there. Daniel Hodges leading the band. I mean, it's exciting to see. We got winners all around us, and good things are going to happen in Siloam Springs. It's going to be a place that I do truly believe people are going to want to be a part of.
Yeah, we didn't mention the fact that there's cheerleaders everywhere tonight. There's little junior cheerleader, Panther cheerleaders in neon everywhere.
As Coach Stewart, that's pretty awesome. And then you see the little ones. As a daddy of 3 daughters, and my girls have grown up, but I can tell you, I remember when they were little and they used to come in the little cheerleader outfits to my football games. I got pictures of them now. They're grown up, but it's pretty neat seeing that. You see these little girls out here wanting to be a Panther someday, wanting to be a Panther right now.
Flag on the play.
I like old 55 firing off the football there. I don't think he was doing anything wrong there. I just think he came off the ball and got blocked into the quarterback there at the end. Got a procedure penalty. Let's not let up. Coach Stewart hit it right on the head, and that's why I asked him, what's your talk at halftime as a head coach? Your mindset is, let's show maturity, let's show development as a football program here. We've got the big lead. Let's come out of the half and let's just finish the deal. Get this clock going, get off here, be healthy going into week 4 against Lake Hamilton. One thing that we do want to talk about is going into Lake Hamilton. We got a bye week next week. It's really a good opportunity. We're going to win the non-conference schedule, go 2-1 it looks like, go down to Lake Hamilton. Got a long bus ride in front of us, but we got a week to get healthy, 2 weeks to get healthy rather, and that's the positive of playing week 0 and having that week off in between, really getting to make some adjustments.
3rd and 6. 3rd down, money downs. Coach Benjamin refers to it as. You can see the student section holding up the money sign. Hudson White drops back, little screen pass off the left side.
Good play by the safety, man. Great job. Reading your keys, getting down there, coming down the hill, making the play. Who was that,
That's
Coach
Jackson
Lloyd?
Anderson.
Jackson Anderson. I like it. Good play by Jackson coming down the hill. Now, we're going to have to watch for that screen and goal look that teams will see. Anytime you got the safety flying downhill like that, hey, we'll take it. We'll take the play. But whatever the scheme is on defense, we're always rolling a safety back or dropping a cornerback when you're screwing a safety down like that. We got to watch for that screen and goal coming up.
4th down, 4th and 8.
Choosing to go for it here on 4th down at midfield.
Hudson White drops back, pushed out of the pocket, thrown up, and that ball's going to be out of bounds. That's going to be a turnover on downs. Great stop by the Panther defense.
Good energy on the first defensive possession there. Good start to what we talked about.
It was Panthers leading by 34 here at halftime, and it's just been a really dominant performance in all 3 phases of the game. Let's see, we still got Titus Benson coming out at quarterback, Mason Short be the tailback. Panthers still rolling out their ones. Benson keeps it off the left side. He's trying to get the edge, and he does. Crosses midfield past the 40. He's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Great job outrunning the defense on the left side.
Titus using his athletic ability. We know that going in to this year. He's going to be, like we talked about, I think that's going to be Titus's strength. What defenses are going to have to commit to stop our run, Titus is going to be a kid that's going to be able to use some play action, some boot game, some sprint out stuff to get outside the pocket and be an athlete. He's shown tonight, throwing the ball as well as he's thrown all season. Just seen a lot of positive strides out of the freshman quarterback. Seen some really good things out of him. Again, the thing I love, though, is I love seeing a young man get up quicker than the guy that hit him. And you see that out of Titus Benson over and over again, which is good standing for a freshman, really in a physical game here as far as with the Pea Ridge.
A little too much time, I think, on that.
Yeah, we're going to have a delay game. Be a 5-yard penalty. That's going to bring up 1st and 15. Ball will be placed on the 39.
A lot of pre-snap adjustments on that play. I don't know what they saw on the defense, but I bet they'll get it this time.
A little different formation. Boaz Benson checks in for Marcus Smith. We got 2 wide to the top. Benson going to drop straight back. He's got a man open. Ball's dropped.
Good ball. Thrown on time. That's good. Nobody dropped it. It wasn't the outcome that we wanted right there. We want to finish this drive and have a solid finish to this football game. But it was a good ball thrown on time right there by Benson.
Yeah, Hudson wants that back. He'll catch the next one. He's a competitive kid.
That is a kind of a situation. You got to catch the ball with your hands out away from your body. It's hard when you let that ball ricochet off your shoulder pads. I'm sure the Lockridge is well aware of that.
Short, up the middle. Left side, driving his feet down to the 30-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 9.
Driving his feet is right. Drug that last kid 4 yards.
It goes back to this, and people got to understand it. We see it. I'm surrounded by 2 guys right now, and Coach Stewart and Coach Lloyd that buy into this. I saw it this summer, and I see it again with Coach Lockridge and Coach Benson, what they're doing in the weight room right now, and that's an example of that right there. That's living in the weight room. That's off-season right there as far as driving your legs. That's the squats and the power cleans that get that extra 6 yards.
Be 3rd and 6. Wildcat formation. Jack O'Brien going to keep it. He's going to be short. It's going to bring up 4th and 4. Panthers kind of knew they had 2 downs there.
Short was a lead blocker on that play for was that O'Brien running the ball right there?
I believe it was.
Is this another Wildcat package?
It is. Yep. O'Brien back there in the backfield again. Run a counter out of it this time.
Man, and
it was there.
There was one guy to block, and that was going to be a lot of.
Yep. Formationally, it was there. Offside on the. That's going to be a first down for us.
Anyway. Back on schedule.
You know, one of the things that our superintendent kind of a motto or a mindset is limitless for us this year as far as a school district. And you see that the sky's the limit for a lot of things that we're doing right now at Siloam Springs. Everything from our athletics to our fine arts to our schools. There's just a lot of good things going. And that's a credit to the families that live here at Siloam Springs, the kids, and the leaders that we have here in school as far as not just our administration but also our teachers and coaches.
Jack O'Brien showing off his speed up the left side. That's another touchdown for Jack O'Brien, your Siloam Springs Panthers.
Happy for the O'Brien kid right there. Great job by him getting in the end zone. And you know what that means right there? It's the first time in a long time. I can promise you right now, the first time in a long time that Siloam Springs is going to see that running clock and put that running clock on someone else. I think it's the start of a new era of Siloam Springs football. We're going to go up here, and that clock will be running the rest of the game during playtime. Obviously, the only time it's going to stop is change of possession. This game's going to end real quick, folks, as we have a quarter and a half left. But that clock will be running the remainder of the game as we go up 40 points. Coach Lockridge got to be proud, Coach Stewart, of what's happening as far as going up the way he's going up right now.
The play design was neat, where you've got Short basically running wherever he wants to and fake it to him, and got the whole defense to see that action and kind of came back opposite direction, and one got a block, and we got it done.
Yeah, you key on Mason Short, and there's some other athletes out here that are going to do good things, and offensive line's providing that for us tonight, blocking on the perimeter by wide receivers. Just seeing a lot of good things. Coach, were you able to read off the stats there earlier?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so again at halftime, what do we have? 154 yards rushing at halftime. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, 154, 365 overall. I mean, that's production. We just had another big drive right there. We're well over 400 yards of offense in the game. I'm just happy for Coach Lockridge. I'm happy for this football team, these young men that poured their hearts and soul into this program. Next week, going to have the bye, get a chance to get healthy. I imagine this running clock, you're going to start seeing our twos get in there. Big opportunity for our twos to get experience. Probably already seeing some of that been dabbled in here. It's just hard to recognize from the box up here. But just good things happening at Siloam Springs. And I don't think it's wrong to keep saying that. I mean, I think it's a mindset. I think winners expect to win, and I think we're getting close to that right now with our football program.
Ball's kicked. It's caught at the 20. It's going to be crawled up across the 40. Kind of tiptoes. He's tackled out of bounds at the 45.
Yeah, you're seeing the twos starting to sprinkle in a little bit. You got Bowerman still up there at the top, though, I believe, up there at the corner position.
Yeah.
That was Landon Golden on that tackle on the kickoff. Did a good job hustling back around the play to catch the runner.
Still got Big Benson out there. There.
There goes Stu.
Stu's going to come in for Benson.
Get some defensive reps here.
And he was happy about it, too. Get out the field. I'm coming in.
P. Ridge, handoff up the middle for a gain of 6. That was Tristan German. Panthers have done a good job containing the running offense from P. Ridge.
I agree, Coach. Big, if you can run the ball and stop the run, you're going to win a lot of football games. You win the battle of turnovers, which we have tonight. You run the ball, stop the run. You're going to win a lot of football games, and we've done that.
Second and 3. White tosses it out to the left. Makes a man miss.
We're going to throw a flag on that. No,
didn't see one.
Like a block in the back, but didn't get called. That's all right. That's just part of this game. You're going to have that happen. Not everything gets seen. We don't necessarily focus on the officials right there. But I will say this. This is a big opportunity for our twos to come in here, our second group to come in here, because the game of football is all about depth. And the value and importance of your twos getting Friday night playing time and developing depth, especially as P. Ridge keeps their ones in there, which we want. I want to see, if I'm Coach Lockridge, I want to see them keep their ones in there because I want to see our twos get quality reps, and that's what's happening right here.
Let's hand off to German off the left side. He's got a good big gain. He's going to be down to the 12-yard line. Gain about 25 yards.
Big Benson's coming in. We're going to try to keep him out of the zone, aren't we?
Got Boaz on one side, Stewart on the other, and we can keep out of the end zone right here.
Yeah, just two bookends, man. I mean, just good-looking kids, good-looking football players. Got a Siloam Springs timeout. I don't mind it down there. I see Coach Lockridge still fired up, and that I think it's important. You watch our coaching staffs. I watched it last year too. I sit there on the sideline. It's one thing when you're developing a program. It really is from a coaching standpoint. You watch body language. You watch coaches coach, and I watched Coach Lockridge over on the sideline. It didn't matter what the situation last year was. He was showing passion. He was coaching his kids hard through every football game, regardless of what the score was. At moments, really we competed a lot of moments, but at moments some games got out of hand throughout the year last year, and I'd still see Coach Lockridge coach hard even in those moments. Here we are up 48-7. It's really easy for our kids to let off the gas, but the number one way you can keep your kids from letting off the gas is your coaches still coach with passion, regardless of what the situation is. And you're seeing our coaches on the sideline down here do that with Coach Lockridge and Coach Benson down here on defense.
That defense takes a lot of pride about keeping the offenses out of the end zone. We're going to let them slip. Even up 41 points, we're going to let them get them anything cheap. So it's 1st and 10 for P Ridge. Ball's on the 12. White's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off. That's German off the right side. He's going to be tackled at the 6.
That was Avery Ratliff. Good job chasing him down from the backside.
Ratliff's had he's made some plays tonight, has he not? Did a good job for us tonight.
Yes. 2nd and 4. Ball and 6. German up the middle, tries to bounce it, cuts it back in. It's hard. He got into the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown for P Ridge.
Period, still playing hard. That clock will keep going. Once the Mercer rule starts in Arkansas high school football, it does not stop. Now, it stops on a change of possession, which right now the clock's still running, but it stops on a change of possession, and we'll see that. But, again, that's going to run out quick. This game's going to get over fast, and, again, we'll have another drive. It'll be interesting to see what we do here on offense, who comes out at quarterback if we keep the young Benson kid in, Titus Benson, or if we come in with our 2s on offense.
Snaps down, kicks on the way, and it's good. That'll bring our score to 48-14.
We had guys in position right there, and several guys delivered a good hit, just weren't able to wrap up right there at the goal line.
Yeah, we over-pursued. They ran counter there. We over-pursued on the point of at the point on the front side, and they ran counter out the back gate. We kind of over-pursued with our linebackers, and our safety had a chance there. You're right. He was there. The German kid ran the ball hard right there and got in the end zone.
And you just see a lot of energy. You really see a lot of energy on the sideline. You know how excited these kids are, not to just win a game, but when you mercy rule a team like this, for this program, it's what a major step for Coach Lockridge and this football team. It's just been a joy to watch. I'm new here, but I just love watching them work, watching the football kids work, and I like seeing the success is paying off for that. They deserve every bit of it.
I agree, Coach Lloyd. I see it. It'll be interesting to see. I think one thing about winning is that I'm pretty confident this crowd's going to return because it's a lot of fun to watch. And we got a packed house here tonight at the stadium here, and it bleeds into everything else we're doing here in Siloam Springs. But you see that student section down there; they're rocking and rolling tonight, and having a lot of fun, and that is what it's all about in high school.
Kick's going to be picked up, taken off the right side. Gets about the 27-yard line. Looks like that was that Adam Turner?
I hate to say this, but I'm having trouble seeing the numbers.
Yeah, Coach, as the night progresses for me, I see you over there with your glasses. Yes. I got to tell you, now I told you all, Miss Lloyd, Andy's mama, Miss Susie Lloyd, who works for us over at Central Office, does an outstanding job. As I said before, we hired 3 Lloyds in this offseason, and she's the best of the 3, yeah, right? Now, we got 2 other good ones, but Miss Susie brought me a pair of glasses and put them up on my desk last week to help me see when I was complaining about seeing the numbers out here on the field. But we still have young Andy's eyes. Coach Lloyd still has the eyes and the ability to see, unlike I do.
That's right. Take care of the old guys.
I'm trying. Brings out the Panther offense. 1st and 10. Ball's going to be handed off. We do have a new quarterback. That's number 8, Caden Allen.
And just like you said, third quarter's over.
Third quarter's over, man. When that run of clock kicks on, it goes now. You're going to see them hands come up in the air.
Pride right now, Coach.
Yeah, 4 fingers coming up in the air saying fourth quarter, here we go. Well, we got a car drive coming, a little road trip coming up here in 2 weeks as we go down to Hot Springs, head down that way, a little outside of Hot Springs. Got about a 4-hour trip in front of us, and got a big opportunity to play down there and open up conference against a team that's well coached, got a history of having good football down there, and Lake Hamilton is a team that we'll see a smash mouth football team. I think. Yeah, that's what they've ran in the past. We'll see. I've heard they're spreading out a little bit this year, but in the past they've been a wing T football team, and I think they're still going to have a lot of touches of that.
2nd and 9. Caden Allen, sophomore quarterback. He's going to hand it off the left side. Looks like that is Jaden Coleman on the carry, I believe. Bring up 3rd and 8, gain of about 1. Allen takes a snap, counter out the backside to Coleman.
Nice
Makes
cut.
a man miss. He's
Nice
tackling
cut.
hard.
I like it. Hops right up. It's a mentality. A good run by the running back. You saw again. You see that footwork, Coach. You saw that little slide step right there as he's moved. I promise you, that's been practiced every day in Indo. The kids are taking their coach and doing a good job out there on the field.
Yeah, it's good letting these guys get out there in front of the big crowd, the lights are on, getting a good experience right here. Executed that play exactly like it was supposed to.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Ran counter out the back gate. I like it.
4th and short. Panther offense still on the field. Ball at 35. Allen going to keep it himself off the left side. He's not going to make it. That'll be a turnover on downs for the Panthers.
It's one of those deals right now. It's all right. I know the coaching staff would love to make this score what it really was. There's a chance that Pea Ridge might score here again. I think our twos will come out here and compete, but from a standpoint of, it's more important, more valuable for us to go into Lake Hamilton with fresh legs and healthy bodies than to get an injury out here that we'd all be disappointed in. So, we're sticking with our twos out here. I think Pea Ridge, it looks like they're actually pulling some of their ones off, but I still see some starting numbers out there on the offensive line. Let's see who they come in with quarterback right here. They still got White in the game.
Yes, that's number 8. Yep. He is.
Yeah, they're going to try to, and you can't blame them. This is the deal. I mean, people can say what they want. He might be lined up off. There you go.
Yeah, like you said, they want to get a positive.
That's right.
Even in a hard situation, and maybe with a positive taste in your mouth, and go into next week for them too. Obviously we're in a place here where our kids are getting touches, and the starters are feeling confident. It's a good night.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I agree. There's no doubt everybody in this stadium, it's like what we said against Heritage in week 1, that we know that they're going to get on the bus and drive across Benton County, knowing who dominated this football game. And I got a feeling as these guys drive across Benton County heading home to Pea Ridge, they know that they played a very good football team tonight in the Siloam Springs Panthers.
Just a couple hard carries. I think they're going to give him, first down. Ball's on the 22, 8:30 to go.
Run that buck.
Yeah, that was
really good
well.
penetration.
Yeah, it was. Got ran down by the backside. Pulling that backside guard, that defensive lineman just followed that guard, ran flat. Instead of getting depth, he ran flat and ran the play down from behind. Very good play. Who was that up top? Did you see that number?
It was number 70. I don't have his name on my sheet, though.
Okay.
So it's 2nd and 13. We got a flag. It's going to be a false start.
False start over here.
The procedure. Yep. Boys, we're going to have a lot of fun this year. I'm looking forward to working with you guys. We're going to have some fun road trips ahead of us and some fun Friday nights together. It's I've enjoyed tonight. You guys, you guys are a good company, good people, and I'm really looking forward to working with you guys.
Good gang tackle right there, wasn't
Yep.
it?
Oh, yeah, Coach. It's going to be a blast. I'm ready for Coach Stewart's. More of his one-liners. I know he's got them ready.
Oh, yeah, he's got them in the pocket. There's no doubt about that. I think tonight's he's just breaking in tonight.
Yeah.
I think that as he gets warmed up, Monday Night Football a long time ago, maybe before you, Coach Lloyd, they tried. Coach Stewart, you remember when they tried to bring the old comedian on Monday Night Football there for a little stint? Yeah. Coach Stewart's not a comedian. He's a great coach, but he's got some comedian in him, so we might see some of that as we progress here this year in the booth. Be nice to see a stop right here for our twos.
With the clock running, a couple more penalties here and there, a tackle, and it's going to be over. We'll see if our kids can line up and get a big stop right here. 4th down.
Fourth and 11. They're going to hand it off,
Run the ball.
and it's going to be
short.
close.
I think he's short.
Spot on the 13. It's going to be a yard short.
Yeah, he's going to be short. It's going to be our ball. I like it. Big stop.
See the victory formation here a little bit, you think? Or
yeah, I think we're still a few snaps away from that. I think we probably need to get if we get 1 first down, I think we'd have a shot. Maybe 2 first downs. Well, that running clock, it happens a little bit faster, but.
Well, we're going to be down to
time they actually snap the football.
4 minutes when they snap the football here.
Yeah, it'll be good for some of these guys be able to run some plays. Caden Allen,
I don't think there's a prettier formation in football for a team than getting that old victory formation. Week 1 we didn't get to do that because of the game situation, but tonight we're going to get to. And Coach, first time here at home in 4 years that we've been in the victory formation, and I think you're going to see a lot more victory formations in the next foreseeable future for the Siloam Springs Panthers.
Yes, I sure agree. It is. It's fun to see the kids get the payoff.
Yes, I agree. There we go.
Hand it off the right side, up the middle. Nice gain. That was Jaden Coleman.
Still having success running that football, 4 yards. Get 1 first down here. We got a shot to run this thing out. Running clock.
It'll add it 4 yards in a cloud of dust. Is that what we need right here?
I would say so.
Second and 6. Allen takes a snap, hands it off, up the middle. He's wrapped up around the 20. He's still moving his feet hard. Makes it out to about the 25 for a first down. Great run there.
Finished the run really well. You're right. Legs were pumping.
Seeing the leg drive, doing a good job. Back in the day, it was running through tires. Now they've changed. They got a new little. They got a little new equipment for that as far as working on that leg drive now. But he's doing a good job. Our backs all night have done a good job of moving their legs, keeping their feet moving, doing a good job. And the line has done a good job as well. Even with this second group right here, seeing them run the counter very effectively. Look efficient. Even how it looks good.
Allen to Coleman. Coleman up the middle for a gain of about 3.
What grade's Coleman in?
Coleman's a sophomore.
Coleman's a sophomore. He's going to be key. You got some quickness to him. Guy that's running hard, fitting well as far as within that counter scheme right there. It's a play that I haven't seen us run a lot up until tonight, and it's a play we've ran well tonight. I like it. I'm excited to see showing that stretch look and then coming out of it. You're starting to see guys down the sideline right now. I don't know if the camera's panning down there on the sideline, but you're seeing guys give fives and give hugs, and coaches, you can see that sigh of relief. You see the kids hopping around excited. It's going to be a fun weekend for the kids and going to be a fun next week for our boys.
Sure is. Allen keeps it himself there off the right side. Bring up third down, a little under, about to approach the 2-minute mark.
Yeah, I was off a little bit. I think we're going to need one more first down right here, and we'll be able to get in that victory formation. Got third and medium. You know, and I'd say we probably got 2 downs to do it, because I imagine that we'll probably go for it on fourth down if we get decent yardage right here.
Allen rolls out to his left, quarterback keep.
Ran the old naked.
Yeah, good fake by the quarterback, but it didn't fool anybody.
No, P.H. was sitting on it. No doubt about it. We were running the naked out there. We were actually running routes on that concept, but I'm sure he had the ability to pull it and run it if he'd like to. We're going to have to punt the ball now, I'm assuming, with fourth and long. But, again, closing out this game, minute 20 left. You know, let's look clean here. You're usually going to have to bring your varsity back on the field, possibly, maybe your JV here for the punt formation. Looks like our big boys in the shield look there are a varsity punt team.
We're going to do a good job get this off. It's a hard the lineup with ones and twos, mixing and matching. There's a lot of moving parts right here.
Yeah, it's a good timeout by Coach Lockridge. The transition from ones to twos, you're right. And just mentally, the boys are celebrating right now, and now they get asked to run out there on the field and run the punt team. Just barely missed the opportunity for the victory formation, but hey, you know what? We're going to take it tonight. 48-14 with 52 seconds left in the game. Nothing but positive things to say. You see those buses warmed up over there, P Ridge. They'll be leaving here shortly in this game. The lights will be out here in Siloam, and we'll have a victory.
Coach, through these first 3 games, I mean, you've seen the offense really produce, but you've also seen the defense really produce. I mean, both sides of the football are doing well. I mean, first game of the season, defense didn't give a point. Held Alma under 30, and also P. Ridge here to 14. And just everything's kind of coming together.
Yeah, it's clicking. You're right. You know, you have a couple things in Alma that we learned from, and you know, just here or there goes. We could easily be 3-0 right now, but we'll take 2-1. You know, we'll take this winning record out of the non-conference season.
So 52 seconds short. He's going to punt it end over end.
I'd like Short just to run over the sideline right now.
Yeah.
Regardless, do not.
Yeah, we got a face mask.
Face mask.
That's
Gonna
good.
Wrap him up across the 50.
I actually was watching. They were telling Short to not get involved in the coverage down here. They wanted him to stay down on that end. We definitely, with 38 seconds left, didn't want to see Mason Short have anything happen to him. But it was a good punt there. Pierre's going to get the ball, and let's see who they come out on the field with here for this final drive of the game.
Looks like 15's coming in as quarterback.
Easy. They've changed it up, have they?
Yeah, that'll be Sam Adams.
We got a flag down here. Must have got a flag.
The face mask.
We have a face mask. Okay.
Trying to make a tackle and just got a little high with it.
Yeah, it happened in the game.
So 38 seconds, probably going to be your last play of the game. We'll see. Adams, he's going to fumble the snap, falls back and sacked.
44.
Yeah, that is Connor Robbins.
Connor Robbins getting the stat sheet. I like it. Coming off that ball. You know, Coach Lockridge talked about it in the coaching show this week. He said what's the importance of building a program is to develop your 2s and your 3s, develop depth, develop pride in your younger kids, not just coach varsity, but coach all the way down. You can see that they're doing that right here.
Adams, he's going to keep it on the last play of the game.
Uh-oh.
He's going to cross the 30. He's got a chance to score here. They're going to run him out of bounds.
He didn't get in.
Yeah.
Didn't get in. They're happy about that, I can promise you. Defense is happy about that. All right, guys, we're rounding it out here. 48-14. Finished non-conference 2-1. Big victory over Pea Ridge. Got to be happy for Coach Lockridge and his staff. Got to be happy for the football team. Got to be happy for the school here in the town of Siloam Springs. Just good things happen. Really enjoyed tonight with Coach Lloyd and Coach Stewart. Guys, look forward to the year. Let's get ready for Lake Hamilton here in a couple weeks and go after win number 3. You guys, everybody have a good night. Have a safe night. Good victory for the Siloam Springs Panthers.